And we're all scattered amongst the screen. Welcome back to Nerdy Playbook, our Black Blades Bahamut. We're missing someone tonight. She'll be in shortly, but she is at a Christmas party right now, so I'm gonna have to quick modify a couple things. But as we do that, I would like to make a couple announcements. First off, this is gonna be the last, I'm gonna call it solo Blades episode. Come in early January. We're gonna have 2 crossover Blades and Echo sessions before we have the full big final battle. And we'll update socials of exactly when those are gonna happen. We have an estimated date, but in case that changes, we're gonna kind of figure out those dates tomorrow. And we'll keep everyone up to date on everything like that. Added to that, our final battle is coming up, and we will not be doing it live. We want to make sure we record it, give ourselves some time to enjoy ourselves, have some good drink, have some good eats, enjoy each other's company. This is a really rare time that we're all going to be in the same spot together. But we will make sure that we make sure it looks as great and sound as great as possible for your guys' viewing pleasure, and we'll make sure that we give some announcements of when those are going to be appearing online. There we go. And when that comes around. This week, as far as dates, we do not have Echoes this week, as they've already had their last solo session. And the only other thing that we're going to have is 5-bar D&D, which will be this Thursday. If you want to attend, feel free to attend, watch, learn how to play. Just remember, we got a current campaign going on. So if you have not come, but you want to learn how to play, maybe come a little bit earlier, closer to 6 o'clock. Let me know. Send us a message on one of our socials, whether it's myself, Red from Manny, or to the Nerdy Playbook at a whole, to give me some fair warning to make sure I know that there's someone that I need to teach. Other than that, not much. Just let you know that this is not the final campaign of the Aberrant Chronicles. We will have campaign 4, and that'll probably come out. We'll probably start doing that in February. So, with that, people somewhat cropped. Ryan's head kind of cut off a little bit, but
always mean.
I think I can make this look better. I can do better. There we go.
Wait, I'm just finished.
She's floating up off her chair.
Right. With that, let's go in the intro. Right. Just to make sure audio is working. All right, sounds like we're good. All right, so last we left off, you guys returned back over to the Castle Deimos of the in the Shadowfell. Find out that most of it was destroyed. as you discovered that a creature came in, attacked everybody, and then eventually exploded when it was about to die, killing off a lot of citizens, soldiers, politicians of the Shadowfell, or at least in the castle itself. You came back with about 25% population only. Throughout all of it, a couple marriages occurred, one in secret, one in public, and eventually through the annulment, the marriage between Dahlia and Soma, in the sleep, Dahlia, accessing the full power of the throne, was able to recreate the castle itself, since it is supposed to be an immortal object, as long as the king or queen has full control over the power. Throughout that, it was dictated that you need to take care of Cocopia once and for all. Dahlia sent out a message to any of the Shadowfell soldiers that are not in the Shadowfell to head over to Heartwind to meet them there. And with that, you headed off with Silic to head back over to Heartwind. With this, a couple items are procured from the royal raiment itself. Dahlia, as queen, now procured a sword and a staff to go along with what she already has, along with Soma procuring a couple things of his own. As you get to the Shadowfell, to Heartwind itself, you all left with a mental message. As you all get there, you notice that somehow Silic disappeared. You're back in Heartwind, but he's no longer with you as the portal closes. As he all leaves you a message. Apologies, I have other duties. If I could, I'd stay, but I got to take care of these. And hopefully I will see you soon. With this, the travel itself is tiring, but you find yourself in nighttime in Heartwind itself. Currently, there is a somber tone. You can see that the castle itself took some damage, but either it's already been repaired by this point, or it wasn't as severe as maybe yours was. And it's only taken out like a part of their area, and it seems like it's not fully affected. It seems like more or less the somber tone is from the announcement that Cocopia made. But as far as the setting itself, it's late. It's snowing out. There's already enough to make about a good inch on the ground. It's pretty cold. Not as cold as when you guys were over trying to find Anima, but cold. And you start to see that many of the townsfolk are coming together to assemble a large object in the center of town. There's a couple things that are going on that grab your attention right away. Another thing added to that is on the harbor front, many ships are getting deconstructed to build something else. At the same time, a lot of people that don't look like they're naturally war soldiers are getting ready to take up arms. So, you're all present. You're at the edge of town, as he would have portaled you closer to his residence, not towards the castle itself, which is probably about a half mile away from the castle entrance. What would you all like to do?
Yeah. I guess we go and see what's going on at the castle.
Did he just fucking leave?
He said he had other duties.
Yeah, well, I had a duty to talk to him before he left. Did you know he was leaving?
No. Same time you did. He can't be our personal taxi service all the time.
No, I'm appreciative he is, but I thought he was leaving after he got us here, not like right when he was.
I mean, time's getting short for everything, so if he's got a lot to do, can't blame him.
Wouldn't be the first time he's done this.
Fine, well, he will get an angry telepathic message.
Of course he will.
Also, not the first time that's happened.
Also not the first time. So I guess to the castle?
Find out what's been going on.
Right. Can we see it from here?
Yes. Yeah, I mean it's so the pathway that is like the main road is a direct, no slopes, no zigzags, so the castle is complete open sight. So you make your way to the
Still
castle.
seems intact.
Yeah, I mean there seems to be some damage. It much like Castle Deimos, it looks like whatever happened, which most likely was a similar creature, was near the center. But since this is a different kind of structure altogether, it seems like it didn't carry as much damage throughout the place. Like it was more contained.
Off to the castle.
Okay. You start heading into the castle. After so much time, you do make your way into the castle. Currently, right now, there is some commotion about. As you listen in, the current things that are being brought up right away is what are we supposed to do if they don't come back? It's been 2 days. We have not heard anything from them. Well, we don't have any to talk to. Does anybody know where the half-elf is? She's the only one that's left in charge. I don't know. I don't even know what her name is. Try to find one of the archmages. They should know where to find her.
Maybe we're early to a party.
I'd say right now,
no.
you guys, because the main entrance leads you right in, like, about the stairwell down to the throne. So that's where you guys kind of are right now. The throne is currently not being sat on, and the council chamber doors are currently closed.
No. Better than late, I guess. Excuse me. I kind of
Hey,
catch
yeah,
one of
yeah,
the guards or something.
Can I help you?
Do we know what's happened here and who's in charge?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I mean, there's only one council member available. We think she's in the chambers. If you have any luck, maybe just knock on there. I'm sorry, I'm really busy. He start running off.
All right.
Who was left behind?
They just said one of the council members. They think
I was
she's in
yelling
the
at him as
chamber.
he's running away.
He doesn't hear. He's moving fast. He's got like a lot of books in his hand.
Go up to the council chamber door and knock. See if we can find out. Hello?
Hang on 1 second. As you immediately see a dark-haired half-elf, very, very built. Ymir looks at. Yes. Oh wait, it's you. Come on in. Come on. As you
Yeah,
do.
it's you.
Yeah. Come in. Sorry, there's been a lot going on. As you do find Fierna, as the only one's currently there.
Glance at her, then back at Zephinia, then back at her, and note that they look similar, and then I keep walking.
Sorry about all the confusion. We were expecting.
We've had more than a little bit ourselves. So.
Please have a seat. Sorry, it's not the same as always. Usually, Norin summons a bunch of shit. I got some leftover food on the table. There's some ale, some wine. Help yourself.
I'm all right. We ain't too concerned about that right now. But
I crack into the wine.
where is everybody? Did something happen to them, or were they away?
Well, there was a creature attack, huge explosion. The
Yeah, we're familiar with that part. Same thing happened in Shadowfell.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Apparently, it happened in the Feywild as well. Well, and the queens, the commander had mage, and apparently Valeris's daughter decided to head out and deal with the problem head on.
So they are all right.
Well, we don't know. We haven't heard back from
Well,
them.
they were when they left.
Oh, they were. Well,
They're pretty resourceful, so.
yeah. We haven't seen the queen in some time. She went over to go help out. Well, she went to go help out my team. And then she headed off to meet up with, her team and to deal with Valeris. And we haven't heard back from them. We've been trying to contact them. I've been trying to communicate with the archmages. Apparently, either they are not responding, can't respond, or for some reason their messages can't get sent.
Or they're dead.
Yes.
Well, that
or they're
would
dead.
come under
Yes,
the
that's-
heading of can't respond.
Exactly.
Well, we were kind of hoping for some direction of what's coming next.
Well, there is already some plans that are in motion. Before they left, Queen Valerian already had her brother set up as shipmaster, and he has been working tirelessly with all the other Aquans to, find as much as possible to make a ship strong enough to cut through the seas of whatever magic is surrounding that place, and to set off my team and, theoretically, if you are willing, your team, to head over there. It should be done in 2 days.
Well, I guess that hopefully answers the question of how we're going to get there. We kind of already knew this where we were headed. You mean the big black hole where Sargaria used to be, right?
that location. We know a couple things before they stopped communicating. One is that there's 4, totems, energy like antennas that control the dome. Can't pass through it unless you disrupt them. Valeris was guarding one, and they were going to deal with that. And I'm sure you know, but the other Aquins and the Arbiters are sent out to deal with the other one. So currently, Silic and Murph are leading the other Arbiters, the Honor Guard over there to deal with the other side. Our plan is to eventually meet up with them when the ship is done and make our way in there before the door closes.
Has anybody heard from the Homeward Bound at all?
Not in some time? No?
Somebody refresh my memory above table. Where did we leave them?
Somewhere like 10 years ago?
No, didn't we?
No,
we-
we've been in contact.
You've been in contact, yeah. Homeward Bound was what you used to...
go fight Gladlin.
Yeah, go fight Gladlin.
And save Traya.
Yeah. So they were
We
headed
just
back
kind of
here.
Bamfed straight to the Shadowfell, I believe.
Correct.
While
We
we were on
did,
the
and
ship heading back.
They were
here.
headed
Oh, they're heading
back
here.
here. Shouldn't they be here by now?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know where Homeward Bound... I mean, you're more than welcome to look. We have not seen them dock.
I mean, I don't know how far out were we. They should be here by now, right? I looked at the other two.
It was only like a day trip, right?
Yeah. Unless something happened to the enchantment or the engines or whatever. They couldn't go as fast. Can we contact them?
Could try.
Wait.
Well,
you
I
have a way
can't.
to contact-
I am
was like,
looking
you
at the
have a
people
way
with
to-
more magic.
I have a way.
I only have message, so that
Yeah, no.
Takes me out.
We understand that the yeah.
whoopsies.
The one's cleric, now warlock messaging is...
Yeah.
All right, taking Get
The sending spam is no more.
I'll just shrug
Okay.
and look at Hades. I can't do it.
Did I ever replace sending on the Staff of Learning? Because I don't know if I did.
I don't think so.
All right. I mean, guess I'll pay a charge on the Staff of Learning then and see if I can't use sending to check on Arthur, right? That was the captain?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the
I'll
first
You gotta
mate.
remember before you call him.
what's that?
You gotta remember before you call him. You're just like, hi.
I know, that's why I'm double checking. All right, yeah, so I'll send to Arthur and say we are in Heartwind and you are not. Where are you guys?
There was complications. We are actually nearby, but we found it prudent to not make port. We are just east of Heartwind right now, not too far away.
Okay. Well, it appears as though they are just east of Heartwind. Something about complications. I don't know how they ended up to the east.
Kind of complications.
That's a valid question.
Well, if they're nearby, can we get to them?
Would presume we head east and they should be that way.
Is there a reason that they can't port here?
Didn't really ask. He just kind of was very vague and said complications.
Can you ask?
Kind of complications.
Right.
Mine, it's your turn to spam it. It's your turn to spam it.
Yeah,
He may
yeah.
not have the same access you did, my dear. It's not a matter of spending all the spell slots. It's spending all the charges on the staff.
See how many charges it has.
I thought I had. Never mind. I don't know. It's not my weapon.
I mean, it's 1d6 to see how many charges come back, so I would guess 6. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna guess 6. It doesn't actually say on the weapon. Yeah, I'll use one more charge and just be like, what were the complications and what is your exact location so we may possibly get to you?
Well, complications. Shortly, maybe a day, 2 days, possibly 3. Things got kind of messed up in the whole debacle. There was that huge message that hit everyone, and the weather and the water just started just being very treacherous for us. We had a hard time going from our location to Heartwind itself. The islands of Khalid were becoming quite treacherous, so we took a long way around, but safer, and we found our way just to the east side. It looks like it was a harbor once upon a time, but they're not currently using it.
I'll be like, so it appears Cacopio, when she pulled her shit, it messed with the waves and the air and whatnot around. They took the long way, and there's some old harbor that used to be to the east of Heartwind.
I look over at Fiona. Does that ring any bells for you?
I mean, I'm not from here, but I know of an abandoned harbor. Sorry, the pathway's closed, but you can easily just try to take it without horses or any carriages. Walking there, it's going to be the easiest. Maybe a couple hours east.
I mean, we could look around at everybody. We could fly.
I mean, you could do that too.
Be easy enough.
Possible.
I mean, if we need ships, that would be the source of one. It is an airship as well.
Well, and we need to see our people too.
Hang on 1 second. What? As she puts like a stone up to her ear. What? You did what? You're not the damn captain. You named it what? All right. Well, I got some stuff to deal with one of my little ones.
When Mama's away, the mixes will play.
Yeah, it's a couple hours east. You won't miss it. The only thing that separates the castle from it is mostly overgrown woods.
I assume you have some direction for the Shadowfell soldiers that are coming in.
We already have spots set up in the southern parts of Heartwind next to the mountaintop for them to go.
All right. Just wanted to be sure.
Not too far from the
Over-
Aquawinds himself.
Overall, is there a plan that we have? I mean, disrupt the pillars, get in, fight Cacopial, but is there like a tactical plan whatsoever in place yet?
As far as details, it's probably best if we talk about that all together. As far as general, make our way there. That's a ship. Get there, pass the army, fight her. Outside of that, we know very little about what kind of power she's absorbed while she's been inside there. All we know, she's been absorbing a lot of power.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Army. What kind of army does she have?
All of her cultists. That's who Silicon, Murph, and all the Honor Guard are dealing with right now. Or at least heading to deal with
How
right now.
many is all?
About 1,000 and change.
Could be worse, I guess.
I'm pretty sure this is what you meant by 1 month, either kneel or die. They kneeled.
Better to take them before they get more reinforcements, I
I
suppose.
was going to say, there might be more. The longer we wait, people get scared.
And that's what
Is
Valerian
it-
had him set for. Had him sent over there to weaken them and eliminate their constitution before we arrive. And theoretically, we can just bypass them without needing the fight and take it from there.
Don't imagine we can count on that, but it would sure be nice.
Is there anything else that you need from us we can do right now?
Now, no. The ship is being made. If you want, this is not a need, but the world's turning basically tits up. If you want to at least enjoy a night, all the citizens are rounding up everything together for tomorrow for a solstice. Maybe if you want to join and procure in some activities, might be a good way to take away some stress before the major departure. Other than that, there's nothing required of you. Just get your head right and buy whatever you need. Just warn you, a lot of the shops are currently closed or at least backed up, trying to make sure that they can arm people who aren't normally warriors to defend their homes if this gets, well, worse than intended.
And do we have a set time for a meeting with everybody
Uh,
before this
2
departure?
days, the ship should be taken off by noon. So tomorrow night, the solstice, midday, the following, should be departure. On the, what I'm told is called the Friendship.
You
What was
named
the-
ship the Friendship?
I didn't name it.
Was the good ship Lollipop taken?
I'm pretty sure if she could have chosen it, she would have chosen it. But she decided to call it the Friendship. She apparently marked it. And don't be surprised if you're going to get, let's say, a cosmetic souvenir for the voyage.
All the
I'm
more
sure-
reason for us to get our own ship.
Cosmo what?
She's having
Clothing item.
She's having someone contracted to make everyone hats.
I would assume this is
All right.
an experienced captain, a general.
You could assume.
Right. All right.
She's been on a boat.
Well, we've all been on a boat.
Exactly. It's,
Well, we're all captains then.
we've
Well, I was
we've
captain for
learned-
a while. I didn't like it too much.
learned to make her believe that she's getting her way and just do your thing on the side.
Is this your little friend from the Feywild?
That would be her.
And she wants to give us hats.
Yes.
Right. Well, we're off to see the Homeward Bound.
Let's do that. Thank you. Thank you for filling us in, and I hope you hear from folks soon. Can we get you anything? Seems like you're kind of stuck here.
Does any of you know how to lead a whole castle?
I turn and look over at Dahlia.
We both look at Dahlia.
I just look at her with a pained smile and I slide the bottle of wine towards her.
I'm good, thank you. Any of you? I mean, if any of you have experience with this, I'm willing to get some assistance. I don't know. I've never led anything like this. I didn't even want to be part of the council, but here I am. Because apparently I'm the leader of the group. You have experience.
And you will need this.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I don't need the bottle, but if you have experience, I would greatly appreciate if you stay here and help me, and then they can go retrieve your ship.
I look at the others.
I mean, you can do that and call up and yell at Silica if you want to while we go get her sorted.
Are you going to bring the ship here?
I don't know.
to.
Is there? I mean, there's a place for it to moor, right? Is there a place for it to moor like nearby, or does it?
Are you
would it
asking?
have to, like,
Are you asking?
I am asking based on our knowledge of Heartwind.
You can
and
give me a
where
nature
we've
check to
done before.
figure this out.
All right, that's gonna end well. That's gonna be a 2.
Okay. You have not had enough experience knowing the landscapes or any of the rivers or anything like that to see how it could get here. You assume there's a way, but you don't know how long it would take.
Well, maybe Arthur will know when we get there. I'm sure he knows his way around. Either way, we can. I don't know.
I mean, if it can fly, we can just get it here via the air.
Right. It's about where to park it once we do.
I believe it can stay airborne, right?
I think so. I know less about it now than I used to. It's changed some. I ain't been on it much.
Guess that we'll find that out when we get there.
Well, you also now have a staff that can contact me if you guys get into a tricky spot or if anything happens here.
At least 4 more times.
All right.
Hopefully it
Well,
won't be that
let's get there. Let's get there and back as efficiently as we can. So keep everybody together as much as we can.
Yes. Homeward bound, a trip there and back.
Okay.
There
So-
and back again.
So you guys head off to fly over to Homeward Bound. I'm assuming, Dira, you go on top of your trusted
Obsidian,
steed.
yes. Yep.
And I'm assuming, Hades, you got your wings, if any would have wings, so no problem. As you get about an hour, you can see far in the distance. Is it still going to take you another hour to get there? But you can see a distance. You do see about maybe a mile off shore. You do see the Homeward Bound. It is not like damaged, but you can't understand why it didn't make port. It's not currently, there's no other ships around. It does look like it's getting quite cold, and maybe sitting too long after this point might make it tough for it to move as the water's starting to freeze. But right now, that is not the reason why we've been stuck.
Okay.
We'll just keep heading toward it.
Okay. After about an hour, you do land on the Homeward Bound. As you do see the crew there. Arthur immediately sees you as he comes down. Ah, Captain. Glad to see you.
You're the captain and you know it. Now, what's going on?
Oh, right. Well, like I said, there were some treacherous waves. Weather was a pain in the ass. And we were afraid of losing crew. Chip was rocking left to right like crazy. We couldn't get any of the arcane engines firing. And we had to make port as quickly as possible. And the islands of Khalid became too treacherous for us. So we decided to go around to a wider route. So we decided to go around Khalid and come over to this side. We've been
Glad
here
to
for
hear.
a couple days now. Well,
Are the engines still giving you trouble, or?
yeah, they are being problematic. We don't know what's going on with them. Aiden was saying that he was trying to fix them, but apparently something got shorted on them, and he said because he didn't build it, he doesn't understand how it works. But he says he's trying to figure it out.
All right. Well,
And they're like an arcane thing, not a technological thing.
Correct. Yeah. So they're kind of like tilted sails, kind of like fins, but they generate like arcane energy to let them lift off the ground, so they don't require air.
Okay.
So essentially, you're kind of like cutting through the air, like you'd be cutting through the sea.
Where is Aiden currently? Maybe I can give him assistance.
I'm actually pretty sure he's down in your room.
Perfect. I know how to get there, and I'll start heading that way.
Okay.
I'll follow him,
Okay. As you
leaving the big black horse on deck for people to look at.
as you enter into the room, you do see books scattered all over the place as you just hear him rifling through. Damn it. Why do not we have any instructions of how this damn thing was built? As you just start seeing him just rifle through all these books and stuff.
That's just because I had no idea how it was built either.
Oh, thank God you guys are back. Fuck.
Did if we don't know how it works, who made it happen?
Oh, I didn't build it. All I know is that it was refitted once upon a time, and it has all this on it. And I mean, there was some stuff on it.
Who was here when it happened?
Oh, did we do that during the first time jump?
Yeah,
Oh, so maybe I would know then.
yeah, you would probably know actually.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'll be like, oh, well, let's. I have somewhat of an
And
idea. I was here when it happened.
Cindy
maybe we
was
should take a
still
look.
around, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, was there maybe anything in Cindy's shop as well?
Well, I mean, I went
Or
through
she
all
probably
this.
she probably kept it all in her head.
Yeah, and she doesn't really leave blueprints around, and really sick because she took a lot of stuff with her. But I mean, if you know, Hades, what to do, we could find a spot to procure the items if you know what to do.
I mean, I can at least take a look at it and see what we can figure out.
Sure. Give me an Arcana check as you investigate the certain spots that are kind of like not working. As you take like maybe an hour to go through the ship to try to figure out all the different, problems.
Jeez. That is a 19.
19. Going through that hour, you're able to figure out that whatever happened is almost like a battery getting, almost like a car getting shorted out by the battery. Whatever arcane generator was being used for this thing has far past expired, and it's not like you can just charge it. You need a whole new one, along with making the ship run again. You probably need to build up the parts, but these are things that are at most bit larger towns, and you can assume you can probably procure those parts in Heartwind.
Okay. Do we have enough time to acquire those
You
parts?
don't know that. You don't know that.
Okay. All right. Then I will kind of compile a list of the things needed to put one of these together, I guess. And I'll take it out of its housing.
Okay.
And be like, all right. Well, we need to reconstruct this thing. And it may work. I don't know if we'll have enough time to, but we can at least try to.
Okay.
What do we need?
I just kind of I have a list of things. This is what we will need. We don't need to forge things, right? This is just items that we can get to.
No, these are different items that you would have to find through different kind of metal from a blacksmith, and you would have to get certain kind of gemstones, much like how into different items you'd actually have to use as far as components for larger spells. You would need the similar items, but you need to build it in a new housing.
Okay. I just repeat that, and I kind of give the list to Aiden, knowing that he kind of understands magical stuff, and kind of explain it to him.
Okay. I mean,
I guess we could bring you back into town to.
well, I mean, the ship is still functional. I mean, we could just take the ship to town if they will accept us, and then we can work from there.
Think there's a reason they wouldn't?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't been there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we were expecting you to head back there, so
Gotcha.
they were kind of looking for you there as well. So I guess we go tell Arthur that.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, I would not let them take components from this ship for their ship that they're trying to build, and let them know that we're trying to get this one airworthy.
Oh, yeah,
We can take this thing on the sea as well if they're going by sea.
right. Yeah, no, we don't need them getting over exuberant with this. What do they call it? Friendship?
I believe so.
All right.
Right.
Well, how long will it take? I'll go ask Arthur how long it'll take to sail around, I guess.
Okay.
So I will go up on deck and find Arthur and explain the situation.
Okay. Well,
And
to get to the port of Heartwind, the waters seem fair at the moment. As long as they don't become treacherous, we could probably good wind. 3 hours, 4 tops.
sounds doable. All right. Well, let's get that going then.
All right, all hands. Let's make it to the port of Heartwind. As everybody starts moving in their positions, wind
and I
immediately
go
takes off.
back into the quarters and let them know that's what's going on.
Okay. After about 3-4 hours worth of time, you do make port of Heartwind. Some of the ships do move out of the way, as most of the ships have been hollowed out to start building this larger ship. As immediately as you do make port, a gentleman, I don't know if you guys have met yet, as you do see as a Triton, pure white goatee, with a little bit of like a little bit of black and blues for highlights in his hair that looks like they have far past grade. Large armor comes down. Looks like a lot of people are listening to him. Greetings. I saw you earlier. Was there? Do we need to repair the ship?
I think we got it in hand. If we can just have a berth on the dock here.
Okay. All right. Well, all
I
right.
know you're kind of focused on the big project.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's make sure we leave this part of the harbor open for them. As immediately they start taking large
Appreciate
ropes
it.
and they start pulling in the remainders of ships closer in.
If you did have people available, we could potentially use some hands acquiring items.
Well, I was supposed to make sure that I have all hands focusing on this ship.
And- Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, all right. We'll make sure that everything's out of the way. And you all have a fantastic day.
You too. Maybe we can help you when we're done.
Oh, we greatly appreciate that.
Let's hope.
For anybody who's gonna go try to find parts for this, go ahead and give me an investigation to check for the town to see where the best places you can find the pieces that are required.
That's going to be hilarious. So why don't I just tag along and give the help action?
Natural 20.
I did, yeah, but it's a +0,
Oh.
so it's 20.
Okay.
And it's all natural.
Hades, you're able to quick pick out certain spots that not only look like they could provide both arcane and technical help, but they don't look like they are currently busy taking care of the problem at hand. There's only about a few, with and a lot of time that is required. You were able to figure out, without having to go through all the different parts, that the amount required would be 600 gold pieces if you do it yourself, and 1,300 if you need them do it for you in 2 days.
Oh, so okay, so it'll be done in 2 days. Do we even have that much, guys? Is that a thing?
I do.
Okay, what about this?
Fucking peasants!
Yeah.
I got that money.
All
I
right,
have a couple grand.
I mean, we have
I mean,
a queen
I-
here who's got a treasury, but
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple grand. We can do it either way.
You
I
do
was
start
gonna
noticing
say-
at that time too that some of the Shadowfell soldiers have already started making camp.
okay. I mean, can I understand that these people have a business, but can I plead to their ethical side of things and be like, if we can get this built, this will help us transport troops to the final to stop Cacopial. And if we can stop her, then there's a world for you to have a business in. And if we can't, you have no business in a world, period.
Persuasion check.
Okay. Advantage? No.
No.
I'll stand behind you looking very earnest.
Puppy dog, guys. That's an 18.
18. Well, trust me, your needs are noble, and I do love nothing more to help you. But unfortunately, all of our workers outside of this are helping Velko as a shipmaster out on the harbor build. Perhaps you could talk to him, and he could see if he could help out services so you don't require my labor, and it's only 600 gold then.
Right, but I'm also saying that we can do this ourselves, but again, 600 gold overall for a world to still be here for people to buy things from you, and some giant thunder isn't going to walk over everything and destroy your business.
If you want to do it and you're not asking for our labor, 600 gold is fine. But I can't.
I'm saying, oh my god. You understand that if we don't get there to stop her, there will be no world for you to have a shop in.
I am an optimist, sir. And I want to say that we are going to survive, and I need to still have a business when we survive, and therefore I must still have profits.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you going on the ship to fight with us?
Sir, I am at my last nerve here. I could just close my shop right now and not give you any of the items.
What is it we need? I just kind of shoot a look at Hades. How much do we need for what? That was kind of directed to Hades. Which
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking the shopper.
Can we buy these parts and get it done?
600 for the parts. 600 gold.
Done. Let's just get it done.
Thank you. He immediately starts getting the parts into 2 different shops, and he puts them on a carriage for you to take over to your ship.
I walk away. I'm just whispering to myself, I hope your shop still stands at the end of it.
I'm an elf, sir. I can hear that.
Good for you.
I know I said I wasn't going to do that anymore, but we're running short on time.
All right, so you guys find a mixture of metal, arcane implements, and what looks like a lot of different tools that generate electricity. You have the blueprint of essentially how to build this thing, and at least some pieces if you need to repair it.
Okay. As we pass any Shadowfell soldiers, I'll kind of stop them and be like, if you have anybody that is handy with metalworking or of a magical nature, we could use their assistance.
Who are you?
I am friends with your queen.
Yeah. If I had a nickel or if I had a copper for every time someone told me that.
The name is Hades, the one who announced her to the court and council when she first presented herself.
You know anything about a Hades? Never heard of him. Look, just because you're a tiefling doesn't mean we're going to listen to you.
Oh my god, look, if you always want to get to that fucking battle at the end here, we could use your help.
Wait, we're going to the battle?
Eventually.
We weren't told that. Shit.
You're soldiers. What do you think you're doing here? Having a
We're
summer vacation?
repairing the ship that our team, including your queen, owns. You got anybody who can help us with that?
He looks
If
back.
you prefer, we can go tell her to come tell you these things, and I'm sure she'll be real happy about that.
He looks at you. You know what? Yeah.
Oh. I cast sending. I go, Delia, your soldiers are jackasses. You need to have a word with them. We're just trying to get some help to repair the ship.
I'm assuming Dahlia's pretty drunk right now on wine.
Well, she's probably been busy too, so
Has she?
it's been a few hours.
I don't know what we've been doing. I don't know.
It's been a few hours. Let's let her figure out what she's doing.
What am I doing, Joe?
Okay, we can go back a few hours. So, with Firna in there, she is currently going through the books of trying to figure out that right now with X amount of soldiers, indicating your group, her group, a group that she's labeling as as essentially the extras, and then essentially as the royalty. She's measuring the numbers of whether or not she should inquire to get more soldiers, or if that will be enough. And she's trying to do her best to figure out, we need to keep X soldiers here. And that's including Shadowfell and Aquans, that we should keep them here. Theoretically, she's like, how powerful is she? Do we need any more than 20 people?
Respectfully, Fiona, this is the biggest threat for the whole realm. Why would we not want all hands on deck?
Because those creatures she keeps summoning here. If we don't have soldiers here to defend this, what is there to come back to?
You kill her, you get rid of all the creatures.
But during the battle, if we are in combat with her, we need to make sure that she still can't do something here. She summoned those creatures while theoretically, based on my math, which can be honestly wrong. I'm not great at math. But theoretically, based on my math, most likely while they confronted her, which I'm assuming since we haven't heard back, that's also when she summoned the creatures. So I'm going to guess she's pretty fucking good at multitasking.
Well, it depends on how good their confrontation skills are, and considering we haven't heard from them, they could be dead for all that we know. So maybe she didn't have to multitask. She just killed them and then summoned a bunch of creatures. Now, I did bring soldiers here, but I brought them to fight her. I was under the assumption that they were going to Sorgaria with us.
And I apologize, my queen, if this is what you want, how do you expect to get them there?
Well, we have a ship.
You have
We
a
also
ship.
have- Okay, and we have portal abilities. How do you think some of us got here in the first place?
And I was told that portaling there isn't working, which is why your brother is taking a ship.
Well, we have one massive ship that you're building. We have our ship, and I assume we would have other ships? A fleet, mayhaps?
No.
You have no fleet, and you're going to an island.
We're not planning to set an armada there. That's not the intention. That was not the intention of Queen Seraphina or Queen Alaire Valerian. We were not planning to send an armada. We were planning to take what ships we had that were not worth saving, rebuild, and create a ship that is 50 strong, and send them over there. We've already sent one ship that was one of the fleet's best from Abris, which is currently carrying your brother and one of my best friends.
So you're going to send a ship 50 strong to the front lines and have all of your soldiers just at each kingdom playing defense?
How would you have this done? Honestly, tell me. I need to know.
I would bring the fight to her. It's more than just 50 people. I would bring everybody. Because the world is getting destroyed, whether she dies or not, it sounds like.
She immediately just slams her fist on the ground. I will not be the reason why Heartwind gets destroyed. If this is what the queen dictates, I will follow in suit.
And if we fail, we all die. Everything dies. Realms die, not just cities, not just kingdoms.
Then by all means, bring your soldiers with you. But I can't tell the Aquins what to do. And most likely, I can't tell most of the Heartwinds what they should do. I'm a council member, not a leader. And fuck, do I not want to be one.
I slide the wine even closer towards her at this point. I'm just like...
She just immediately takes it and she just chucks it against the wall. I don't need no fucking wine.
Alright, fine. Suit yourself. Looked expensive. I just don't understand having an army and you just don't use it. You just keep it defending your borders, which you already do. The fight is over there. You're going to send a handful of people to their deaths, destroying these pillars, and then send 50 people to fight the god? Is this your plan, or is this the royal plan?
This
Is there even an overall plan?
How are we going to get them all in there? The island's mostly covered. They were only able to figure out that they could open up the portal for X amount of seconds. There's no way we could fit any more than... We'll be lucky if we can fit 20 people in there.
My plan would be you take the armies to fight off the cultists, whatever army she has there.
And that's currently what's going on.
And so you wouldn't send as many people as possible there. The soldiers I brought here are soldiers I intended on taking to the front lines.
Then take
The
them.
Shadowfell is not undefended.
Then take them. But you're not taking
I
you're not
have
taking
no-
anyone else.
I also don't want to send my soldiers to certain death because the rest of you are scared to send yours.
So hold up. So you're telling me that we should throw everything in there, but when it comes up to when you're putting your soldiers on the line, you had so much gusto before, but now without the backing of the other soldiers.
My soldiers are defending my realm. The soldiers I have here, I am going to send to fight for my realm.
Then send them.
They're not going... I will.
But you will
But I
not
don't
have the
understand
others.
why it's just me. What others? The ones back at the Shadowfell?
You're
If
not
this is the plan
sending
that
the-
you all see fit, I'm not bringing the rest of my soldiers to certain death to fight this war on their own.
Yeah, I don't want your other soldiers. I don't even want the soldiers you have here to go there. I don't want any of them to go there.
Right, you want them to stay and defend Heartwind.
No one
Your
asked you to
kingdom.
bring your soldiers here. No one asked the Aquans to be here, but they're here nonetheless. And if you want to be here and you want to be present, then you will do what you need to do to defend the kingdom. By all means, run back to your throne. Run back to the castle that you've just been the queen of for not even a week. Taking advice from you. What the fuck was I thinking?
Not sure what exactly you think you're doing here. You don't want my soldiers to defend your kingdom. That's what I don't want. This makes no sense. I'm so confused. Are you not bringing soldiers here to go fight the big fucking god that is threatening our entire realm? Is that what unification is for? You want them all to gather here to just defend this one kingdom? What about Aberys? What about Khalid? What about Averant itself, Nelithir?
Nelithir doesn't want to do anything with this. Nelithir has been silent. Nelithir is being the assholes that they've always been. Aberys is destroyed. There is only Heartwind, and there is only what's left of the Aegis's kingdom. And that's all in shambles. Any soldier that's left that's still under her command is there over in Solgaria. So, choices. You can stay, have your soldiers protect, because this was not a plan. The plan was what it was before this creature came in and kamikazed the place. The plan was what it was based on when we just had Heartwind and Aberys here. I was not given instructions of what happened when you guys came here. This happened after the fact. I will do as commanded, as it is my job. You coming in here, queen of another realm, coming in here trying to change things is not going to happen.
Do you want my aid?
Of course I want the aid. But aid does not come with authority. You want to provide your soldiers, we will happily take them. You want to control what they do? By all means, they are your soldiers. But do not dictate what happens with the rest of the soldiers because you're here to help.
I am simply asking strategic plans. If Heartwind is the only headquarters, the only kingdom truly standing left, then yes, that does change things a little bit. But understand, I've been out dealing with my own shit as well. Need this information on the front end. And it still wouldn't be a bad idea if we sent soldiers with us to ensure that we can get in and do the job that we need to do. Otherwise, there is no kingdom worth fighting for, and there is no kingdom worth protecting.
Then send your soldiers. But I have no authority over the Aquans, and I have no authority over the Heartwinds. I cannot tell them to do something that they've already commanded not to do.
Then I will have that conversation with their leadership.
Good fucking luck. We have not heard back from them.
And so what exactly happens if they're dead? Who's in control?
Unfortunately, no one. The queen did not have an heir.
So you have forces and no one to lead them? No one willing to step up and take that place? Are you?
I do not
Or
want
is there anything
to
stopping
run the army.
someone like me from coming in and taking over?
She immediately starts drawing a sword.
I want to use an ability to just dim the lights in the room. Just to... Everything kind of goes quiet. Dolly goes... A theoretical
Fuck
question.
it. I'm going to pull up Fiona's character sheet. We're going
Please
to
do
get
not
this
draw a
done.
sword for me.
I'm not trying to fight! God damn it! We do this again!
You're pushing the envelope here.
I'm not! I'm asking her genuine questions, but I'm also being chaotic neutral about it. There is no one ruling this kingdom if they are dead, and Dolly is trying to make her think about that. I am not trying to start a fight.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
I am dimming the lights because she insulted my queendom and insulted my power.
Okay.
But I'm just going to stand there as the shadows kind of grow and my body starts flickering with the shadows because I have an ability. And I just say, a theoretical question, Firna, but an important one that needs to be asked in a situation like this. Put the sword away.
Wait, I got confused on that as a DM. You have a theoretical question, but then you said put the sword away?
I'm saying I asked what's stopping someone like me from coming in and taking over when there's no queen or anyone here to lead.
All right, she draws her Infernian blade.
That's the theoretical question I was asking, and then I was saying put the blade away. I'm not actually trying to take anything. Unless she really pisses
You're giving
me
her
off.
the theoretical question, so she's giving you a theoretical answer. So she's drawn the Infernian blade. She looks at you. Get the fuck out.
So you are the leader.
I'm here defending what's left.
Right. So you're the leader. And the shadows dissipate and everything goes back to normal.
She walks up closer to you, not disengaging the Infernian blade. Get out.
And do you want my aide to leave as well?
I have my orders. You do what the fuck you want with your army. If you want to ruin the plan that has been set in motion, by all means. But that is fucking on you.
I'll be back. Dolly starts making her way out, and when she gets to the door, she turns. When your leaders are here. And she leaves.
Immediately you get crossed by some soldiers. Everything all right? Make sure she leaves. They just walk with you, making sure you're exiting out the front door.
It's fine. I don't look at any of them.
Okay.
I don't need to. I'm a queen bitch. I can go home.
Okay. All right. I'd say at this point that Hades would be messaging you.
And he ran away! Damn. Fuck, I can't respond to him.
You're pushing the envelope, Dahlia.
You know what I could do? Well, if we need to kill time before he comes back, because I don't think Deer can do anything. How am I pushing the envelope? I'm a fucking queen, and you're offering my aid for
You're
free.
a queen of a realm that you're not currently in.
You're right. I'm out here in a whole nother realm trying to solve all of our problems and give my help.
We have two hotheads butting heads, is what we have.
Put this
I
in
was being
perspective.
nice.
DM player, put this in perspective.
You were being nice by Dahlia standards.
Right. Put this in perspective.
Exactly.
She's there acting as basically head commander, a job that she never asked for and she never wanted. And now that's what she has. She has specific orders. Those orders are as such. Get the teams that were sent to attack Aegis and take them, once the ship is complete, to Sagaria. At that point, meet up with Silic and Murph. The shield should be down long enough for them to get inside. There was no talk about the Shadowfell coming in and
Fair
adding
enough.
their army. So she has rules, she's got orders. You're coming in there and telling her to change certain things because what she's doing is wrong. So, playing
I am
Fiona
questioning
off
her
is what
orders.
you're questioning her orders. In her mind, she knows she is not a leader. She doesn't want to be a leader. That's not something Fiona wants. That's the way that Amanda's always had her. She doesn't want to be a leader. So she's going to follow her orders to the letter. And her orders had nothing to do with your realm, only you.
Fair enough. But also, do you want my help? I'm trying to give you
I'm
my
also
help.
gonna
Trying to knock you like
I'm
Thanos.
also gonna go Joe to Ryan here. You are trying to complicate the next two sessions for me.
I know. It's all theoretical. I'm not telling her to change her plans, but I did want to put the question in her mind so I can bring it back up to the other
Okay,
people
so the
in charge.
question has been put. And now we're at the point where
Hades can
messages
message.
you.
Whew, good timing. Sorry. Yeah, he's just like, could you have a talk with your soldiers because they are being kind of buttholes right now. We're trying to get some help to fix the fucking ship.
God, everyone's being a butthole right now. And I will shift into devil form because I'm already irritated enough just to flex on these guards that are escorting me out. And I will fly over to the dock. and
Bitch, you're not
find them.
special! As they see you.
Eldritch Blast. No, I'm just kidding.
And a war just started.
Eldritch
Hasn't
Beach
it?
Slap.
I've been fighting a war my whole life. This is nothing new for me. Okay, yeah, but I fly. I'm assuming I find the ship. I would be able to recognize it from.
Yeah, I mean, it's at
Behind
the
the
harbor.
sky.
I mean, it's sticking out like a sore thumb. Like, you can see it there right next to where all the other ships are being deconstructed for the friendship to be built.
I'm going. Fucking friendship. I'll never get over that. I'm assuming I will see Hades talking to a bunch of Shadowfell soldiers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can see him talking to him. Yeah.
I'm gonna superhero landing, in between them.
I need you to give me a dexterity check for a superhero landing about how that's going to affect your knees.
Alright.
bad on the knees.
They're already probably fucked at this point. Alright, thankfully my dice agree that I deserve this. It's gonna be a 23.
Okay. You take no damage. They don't notice that you took any pain, but you're like, you make it look good, but in your head's like, oh God, that hurts so bad. Don't let them know. Don't let them know. Don't let them know.
I'll worry about it tomorrow when there's fucking bruises everywhere. I stand up and I just look between them. Is there a problem?
Hopefully not now.
Look to the soldiers. Is he asking you for help?
He's asking for help.
Would you tell them that you know who we are? Thank you very much.
Yes, this is a god.
It's your friend.
And my friend.
Thank you.
Why would you not bring up the god thing first?
I don't flex that. I don't know. I'm sure they don't care.
It's kind of a big deal, don't you think?
Burying my face in Obsidian's mane and waiting for these people to like get their shit together.
Hey man, we're your chosen family.
That's why I'm not leaving.
The soldiers immediately look at you, Dahlia, without any care of authority. They're like, look, we're here. We were not told much. Are we going to war? Are we defend this place? Are we helping build a ship?
As of right now, yes, we are going to war. And I'm awaiting for a council in the next day or so for more definitive orders for you all. Until then, hang out, enjoy the festival, enjoy your time here before you go home.
All right, they start walking
However-
off.
However, those of you who have metalworking and any abilities to help repair this ship will get a handsome raise with your salary for being here in the due time. So if you would like to make extra money, and it is some very extra money, we would like all hands on deck to finish the ship as soon as possible.
Persuasion check. I just rolled for a certain thing for them.
Greed check.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God, math. Hold on. I forgot how high the fucking persuasion is.
Tell us your numbers.
32.
Immediately, you see a female come up. Grayish hair, shaved on his side, but she is what looks like a half-elf of some kind, but she's wearing armor of the Deimos family. Walking up in what you assume is some kind of authoritative pose. I must apologize. Athera, I'm the commander of this army. You summoned us here. We know nothing about you. Now we understand that we've been summoned here and we will do as tasked. My men are not here to do forging. They're not here to do building. You want to get some of your men to work on the ship. I recommend you ask for them. Until that point, you want us to do extra work for you. Perhaps don't give us more money. Perhaps make us understand why the fuck you are queen to begin with. As she immediately turns around as they start following her.
I can never get a fucking day. I just can never get a fucking day where something goes right for me.
I was
And it's-
fine coming in this session. You're coming in swinging, so I'm swinging back.
I'm a fucking queen leading a goddamn army and I don't know what's going on. I show up with a fucking army and I have no idea who even runs this goddamn kingdom. We're going to fight a god in 2 days and none of us have any clue of what is going on. I have every right to be intimidating and pissed off. I feel like I have every right. And now my own soldiers are treating me like shit.
As they turn to go, I pitch very loudly. Well, if they're too good to get their hands dirty, I guess some of us will just have to be better. And I lead Obsidian back toward the ship.
Okay.
I would guess by the tone and candor of your voice, Dahlia, that things did not go well at the council.
No, things did not go well. If you need me, I will be somewhere in the fucking ship. And I just storm off into the ship.
I guess I'm pulling an all-nighter. And I'll head back to the ship.
Rolling up my sleeves to start forging what needs forged.
Okay. All right. As you two work together, along with some of the ship's crew and Aiden, who would know how to at least help you with this kind of stuff, either you both can give me a con check, or one of you can give me another con check with advantage.
I will
Yeah.
give you the advantage. I am helping you with the things that need blacksmithing.
Okay, so that is going to be 23.
Okay. It will take some time, but you are confident to know that by the time that you guys need to leave, you should have it done and tested. But making turns of, obviously, you don't need to sleep because your coat, but having Dira take a break, having some of the ship crew take a break, whoever gets to help you take a break, that will cut in the time. So theoretically, even if you go all the way through, you probably get done in a day and a half.
Okay.
But you do understand the mechanics of how to build this thing and maybe even how to improve it.
Okay. Do what I gotta do.
Okay.
Your ship.
As the day comes to a close, you guys are pretty rested already, and you come over into next day as you still see more things being pulled into the center courtyard. If anybody does want to take a long rest, they can. Otherwise, we'll just continue with the day, for a second day that you guys are in Heartwind.
I will listen to what you're describing while I decide about my spells.
Fair enough.
We'll
got
take a
all my
long
charges
rest
back,
in
by
that
the way.
time.
Okay.
Sorry.
What's that, Hades?
I was gonna see what Ryan said. I talked to him.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, you're fine. I just said I took a long rest during that time.
With the next day coming, the nights are getting longer and the days much shorter. With that, you start seeing what's being assembled in the courtyard, which is a large, large tree. Many arcane lights being built on it, and there seems to be even more snow coming down. With this, there is many spellcasters that are currently heating up the water to make sure it does not freeze while the friendship is not while it's being built. At this point, most of the ships that had to be deconstructed for its preparation are deconstructed, and now it's mostly the frame is done and they're, housing it and getting all the finer parts taken care of. As the day starts coming through, anything anybody wants to do during the day portion of this, added to Hades already still working on the arcane generator. Okay.
I guess talk to Silic,
Okay.
because I should do that.
Fair.
I'll just use telepathy to talk to him. Just be like, I thought you were going to stay in Heartwind, and you left immediately.
I told you I had stuff to do. I held back because of the events in the Shadowfell. I'm sorry that I misled you about taking you there and immediately departing. But as I said, I do have orders, and I do have another promise to keep. Don't worry, we'll see each other again. But this is something...
You promise?
I promise. This is something that I have to do. And this is a promise that I must be completed that I have made a long time ago. Don't worry, I have Murph here and about 40 honor guard. Only our job is to hold off their army until you all arrive. So, just make sure you start heading out tomorrow and meet us there.
Whatever you do, Silic, when it comes down to it, don't be the hero. You have a daughter. She needs you. And I have a promise I made to you that I intend to keep.
I do have a daughter. She is grown, and she much does not require me anymore. I have lost many things in my life, and there's only so much I can get back. I need to do this for myself and the many mistakes I've done before. Do what you can to hasten your time over here, but it's going to be done nonetheless, as he purposely disconnects his telepathy to you.
All right. That's all I got.
Okay. Night comes around. Snow is heavy, but not a blizzard. As you start to hear a bell ringing from a tower that wasn't originally there, but it looks like someone summoned a tower there to start ringing a bell at essentially 10 rings. throughout all this, you start to hear music playing and cheer going throughout the town. At this point, it is roughly 10 p.m. The tree is now lit by many fairy lights. Throughout the town, you start to hear a commotion. It sounds like there is some kind of event going on, of Yuletide cheer. If you want to attend it, you most likely can. If not, kick some rocks, keep working on the generator, and do what you need to do.
Keep working on the generator if it needs to be done.
Yep.
What's Deer doing?
Just kind of hang around, help as needed. How focused is Aiden on the work?
I'd say at this point, Aiden probably just got done with his long rest and he just got refocused on the generator. He probably would have taken the day to sleep.
Glad you're here. I'm not sure what we'd do without you.
I'm just glad that I can finally use my training for something. I felt so useless on this ship.
I don't understand why they... Never mind, it don't matter now.
What?
Why they'd take you to learn and then waste that, putting you in that thing.
It's one of them great mysteries that I have in my life. Best thing I've learned is to find myself something busy and to not worry about it.
Well, especially since Cindy left, it's, I guess, important to have you here.
I do really feel like this is a good family. Something that is a home away from home of sorts.
What about home? You talked to Mom and Daddy?
I did communicate to him when we were out in sea for some time.
They all right?
Well, there is some problems. I mean, the home is on Aegis, and it did take some damage, and they are dealing with the consequences of that. Nothing direct, of course, but you drop an island down on another island, a lot of, let's say, natural consequences may occur. They're dealing
The
with
folks
that.
who already didn't have much. What else is new?
From what I
Maybe we can
understand,
change that.
Kern's Gap will always prosper. Best thing you can do is get this generator fixed so you guys can make your way over there so we can take care of a bigger problem, so we can make sure that the problems like those are our bigger problems.
Give everybody a new chance.
Unless you just put your hand on yours. I'll do what I can so you can do what you can. I will help fix this generator so you can give everyone a better chance.
It's a lot, but ain't none of us got much choice, do we?
He just looks at his hands. The gods gave us the tools that we can use. I'm here to learn, repair, understand arcane. You're here to be the hero.
Whatever that means. Anyway, I guess I better let you get to it, but thank you for being here. And I just kind of give him a hug and go up top, look around.
Okay. As you get to the top, you do see someone with a couple soldiers making their way to the ship dock. As you do see a black-haired half-elf walking up with a couple soldiers.
I go down the gangplank to see who's there.
Greetings. Hello again. Sorry, they won't let me leave without some kind of... Get the fuck away. Stop following me.
What do you think?
Look, you guys have been busy. I understand there's a lot of stress going on right now. I invite you to join the festival. You know, take a break. Go have some fun. It's only for a couple hours. It would be good for at least them to see a couple of you at least attend. You don't really have to do too much. It's just there's some free things you can get. You know, they only hear names of people that are going to be going to deal with this problem that they've all heard about. It might not be a bad idea for you at least to relax a little bit beforehand. I mean, I'm going to go there. My group is over there. Although anytime they find a reason to party, they're going to do it.
I am familiar with that. All right, I'll let my crew know. I'll let the rest of my group know.
Okay. And, well, enjoy yourselves. And she just starts walking off, looking like she's going to say something else. And then she starts walking off.
So I go down. That Fierna said, right, thought maybe it'd be good for some folks to see us out at the celebration for a little while. Something about knowing names and needing to see faces. I don't know, maybe a morale thing. She seemed uncomfortable about something.
I'm sorry. I'm a little preoccupied, and if they're worried about us making face, then perhaps they should have sent people to help us. So I'm busy. Sorry.
I'm just letting people know. Do you need any more help from me?
No, I does not matter. I will keep working at this.
All right.
You guys can do what you need.
I'm going to let the crew know that there's a thing going on. They are welcome. See if I can find Dahlia.
I guess this is something I would have offered or suggested throughout the day, but does mending help at all with getting Hades' stuff done faster with the generator?
No, because he's building it from scratch, so you're not reversing damage to something. You are creating something new.
I wouldn't be able to reverse damage on our previous one and been like, hey, throw all that out the window.
No, because because mending is limited to a certain size, I think, and to time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fix enchantments.
That too.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
At this point, you all get. Excuse me. Anyone there? Because you started hearing some people from the deck.
I go back up. I was going to go find Dahlia, but...
At this point, you see the shipmaster, a couple Aquins, a couple Shadowfell citizens, and what looks like a couple of people from the Heartwind area. We were told by Lady Fierna that you required some help on the ship.
Oh, I'll see what's left. Stay right there. And I run back down to Hades and say, apparently they've sent someone to help. You got anything for them to do?
I mean, unless they can understand complex arcane machinery, I don't think so.
Well, they're here. What do I tell them? Can they help you move something? Or maybe they do understand it. I don't know.
You can send them down. I can attempt to use them to see if it gets it done faster. I don't know.
All right. I run back up. Follow me.
Okay, they start moving through.
I'm getting my steps in.
Okay.
So this is where we're working.
Okay.
Any of y'all understand complex arcane machinery?
They all raise their hands.
All right. I'm going to go to the festival. You can find me there. I'm going to find Dahlia, and I'm going to make her go.
Sure. Yes. And I'm like, come here, and I'm pointing through the blueprint to them and like explaining where we are.
Okay. They all find a different spot to start helping out, whether it's helping you with blueprint or finding pieces or doing whatever to speed up the process. Dahlia, what are you doing?
Feeling kind of defeated, she'd probably be in what would be her old room, and she'd just be looking through stuff, maybe packing some stuff up that she would want to take back to the Shadowfell when it's all said and done. It's not like she was a god to pray to anymore, so gotta be lounging a little bit. Trying
So
to figure
while
out
you're-
what to do.
While you're sifting through stuff, you hear a knock at the door.
You come in.
Hey. It's been a time, huh?
It's been a fun time.
Well, there's some kind of festival going on, and I don't know, they sent folks to help, so Hades is juggling that. Hopefully he'll come out too, but I think they're kind of wanting us to make an appearance before it's all done.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something in some closet I have around here that I could wear.
Oh, should we wear something special?
It's a festival, and it's the day before we could all potentially die. Do you want to look good one more time? Well, you always look good. Don't
I
take
look
that the
down
wrong
at my
way.
armor and just kind of shrug.
Do you want like a nice
Right.
hat or something?
I hear we're going to be getting a hat. I'll worry about that when the time comes.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay, well,
I mean, if we're people are talking like I don't know. Maybe they should see what's going to be going tomorrow. So what they see is what they get.
fair enough. Give me a few minutes. I'll meet you up there on the deck.
All right. I'm just going to kind of go up and sit on the deck and look out at the festivities and ponder.
Okay. As you get there, you're immediately confronted by someone who's running around to try to give out rules of how the festivities works. As you're immediately each given what looks like almost kind of like a mistletoe wristlet that has like these two little pieces on them of like little like brush tokens. Greetings, welcome all. Welcome to our Yuletide festival. Goes from till midnight whenever the clock hits. Feel free to look at any of the shops of any of the items that they made custom for this festival. You get 2 tokens. 1 token gets you an item for free.
All right. Well, thank you.
She starts running back off.
Take one for Dahlia.
Okay.
I'll show back up on the deck like 5 minutes later, and she's got something like not super ornate, but something that, you know, pretends to give regal status, I guess.
It says it's giving queen.
It's giving queen icon.
All right. Well, they brought me this. Apparently, you can there's stalls or something where you can get something for each of them tokens.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can find something interesting. Maybe something with cold resistance, so I don't have to ever deal with that ever again.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I just thought it would be like, party favors or something. But I guess we'll find out.
Party favors are cool too.
So there's different tables that are set up. Some of them are for different kind of armors. Some of them are for some weapons, but not too crazy amount. And then a lot of them are for different kind of trinkets that have magical effects. So it depends on where you want to go.
I'm just going to follow Dahlia.
Okay.
I'll go, and I just want to scope out the festival first rather than look at trinkets and stuff. Just see who's there, see how busy it is, where the more populated areas are, what the vibes are like.
A lot of people are staying by the tree right now. The vibes themselves are, this is the one time of joy that people are trying to forget, as there is different kind of wines that are being passed around, different kind of ales that are being brewed, and there is different kind of like cheese and bread that is made from scratch for this event that people are making on the fly for this. The main drag, most of the businesses that aren't in urgent speed are closed up right now to put tables out of different kind of things that people can get with the tokens. But for anybody who doesn't want to spend time procuring items, they're hanging around the tree and they are dancing the night away. As it's the first Yuletide festival in Heartwind in 56 years.
Oh, wow. Predates me. Well, dear, do you want to try some festival food or drink first?
That sounds good. I'm just going to try and I am not feeling in a festival spirit, but I am going to try my best to just focus on that for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Dolly's kind of feeling that, but she can kind of put on a charade a bit. So she's gonna go and look for anybody she might recognize, if there is anybody here.
Perception check.
Except for Fierna. We're avoiding her at all costs right now. 18.
18. A couple things you're noticing. At first, you think that like Tears of Revenge returns, but realistically, it's certain people that made like certain kind of like snowmen and statues and stuff like that to represent the warriors that are not currently here. And it looks like many people are currently honoring the fact that not only is Seraphina the queen of Heartwind, but they are truly believe in her ancestry that she should actually be the queen of Averant. And they're praying for a return. You are seeing all different kind of soldiers around that are participating in this event. You even see your own Shadowfell soldiers that are trying to participate in this event. You do eventually see some fellow soldiers that you've seen before. They're quite on the way, but as you like look at them, you immediately get a headache as you just see a small little green creature run past you, and then immediately run past again. And it goes by so fast, it's like a blur. And like each time it happens, you are immediately alerted with a bit of a headache.
Can I tell if the drinks if they're all free or if you have to purchase them?
No, they're all free.
Fuck. There goes my plan. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll take a drink and I'll hand Dira one as well.
Yeah, I guess it's a party. Let's just not go overboard.
Well, no, we have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, and it's hard to be in the festive mood after just
Yeah.
a lot.
I look around and kind of thinking about what Fierna says. It doesn't seem like anybody's even really paying attention to us, are they?
You could tell that some people are looking at you, but it seems both respectful but also fearful. Maybe there's words that are said around that you guys are a sword to be used, but maybe certain rumors have been passed around that might show a little bit like, yeah, we need them, but does anybody want to talk to them?
All right. Are there any kind of like games or activities?
There are games. I didn't design like any rules for games, but there are games going around and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right. I'll just go up to something and take a crack at it.
Okay.
I'll watch her.
And just trying to be, a person.
Sure.
At a party.
Okay. You do start getting the more warm-hearted attention of some of the Heartwind citizens. Some of them just find you as just a random paladin. Some of them at least know you by reputation, and what you are planning to do or expected to do. The show off of just like another person seems to convince a lot of people who are at least watching that whatever words have been said or rumors that have gone around are not as heavy of a weight as people thought they would be. But there's still some people that are, yeah, we need them as soldiers, but do we really need to be friends with them? But you've at least been able to convince several of them that you are, let's say, of good stock.
If they only knew.
I just watched Dira play games for a bit. Do you recognize anybody?
No, I don't know anybody here. I've hardly been here before.
No question. So, when Dolly was talking to Fierna earlier, I can't remember if
Treya was mentioned. Do we know where Treya is, or would she have told me where Treya would be at this time?
She wouldn't have brought up Treya because she is not too familiar with Treya herself, other than the mission at hand that was taken.
I didn't know if she had gone with them anywhere.
No.
Okay, so she would.
She actually doesn't know. She doesn't know anything about Treya after you guys dropped her back off.
To be babysat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Well-
whether that means that she has not researched it because she just doesn't find it important, or she doesn't know, you don't know.
Just for shits and gigs. It's only 120 feet, but I will cast message and see if I can find Trey. I'll just be like, Trey, are you around?
You don't hear anything.
Well, there goes that. You know, we left Treya here. Wonder if anyone knows if she could possibly be at the festival?
You merely get a snowball in the face.
Oh!
Uncanny dodge. No, I'm just kidding.
I whirl around to the direction that it came from.
It came from Treya.
Who did that? Treya! We were just talking about you.
Chucks it back at you again.
I catch it. I reach to catch it.
No. Fine.
Dahlia's since turned invisible.
Well, that's just fucking
And then
cheating.
Treya-
Where'd you
Treya
go?
gets a snowball straight above her, dropped on her head. And Dahlia appears behind her.
Rude.
You catch me by surprise, I'll catch you by surprise.
She turns into a small little creature and she hides in the snow.
Oh, that's not fair. Well,
Yeah?
it is.
Time out! Can we talk?
Can I dig through the snow and see if I can scoop her up in my hands?
You immediately start scooping her up as she starts turning into like a polar bear into her hands.
All right. I drop her and I'm back up. All right. I understand.
Feel like it'd be weird to give you a hug as a polar bear, though.
I don't know. Bears give good hugs, and I go to hug her.
I'll join in and give her.
Amoeba hug.
It is
You're
surprisingly comfortable.
Group hug with polar bear.
And she reverts back into herself mid-hug.
So what have you been up to?
Well, they asked for druids to help out with the festival, and I figured that was a good way to leave some spirits, and it did. So I've been spending the past couple days working on the tree, getting the festival set all up with the other druids. I heard
And
that you're
before
all...
that?
Before that, drank a lot. Slept. Yeah, not much.
All right.
I hear that you all heading out tomorrow.
That sounds like. I guess that's the plan.
The plan, but I don't think anybody is here, right?
I mean, I know the other groups. There's like 10 of the other soldiers here that are supposed to be going with you.
But
Who's
none
that?
of the Seraphina.
No,
The
unfortunately, we've not
Clairvoyant.
heard back from them.
I mean, I guess the show has to go on regardless, but has anyone figured out anything? Whether they're alive
Oh.
or not?
If you want to know, the person who knows is Fierna. Have you met Fierna?
I have met Thirna, and it hasn't gone. She hasn't given me much
Why would you do?
answers in that department. I didn't do anything.
I kind of. I think
Why,
think
did she
maybe
say I
they're-
do something?
I think maybe they're a little too much alike.
I heard you're a queen now.
I am.
Just remember, you're not a queen here, though, right?
I mean, she's a queen anywhere. She's just not a queen of here.
Not the queen of Heartwind, but I am the queen of the Shadowfell. Still.
Right.
I mean, am I walking around looking like a queen? I have no bodyguards here. I'm just walking around. They look pretty, I hope. That's all I could find.
Look good.
So
Look, if
Trina,
there's
you know about these things? You got anything
Oh
you
yeah, the
recommend?
bracelets. Yeah, there's a bunch of different craftsmen that are selling their trinkets. They made custom items for the Yuletide festival. Go around, have some fun. You know, that you get 2 tokens and 1 token to buy one thing.
Anything you recommend?
I mean, the trinkets are a lot of fun. Everything's kind of themed and everything like that. There's like magical like gift boxes. There's wands. There's themed Heartwind cups. There's a couple swords if you want another sword.
I mean, I got plenty of swords. I don't need any more swords to deal with. But
Okay. I mean, I think there's like one
Maybe
shield
we'll,
out there. There's a couple pieces of armor. I mean, go by quick. I just
you
saw
need
one.
their armor?
let's go take a look, I guess.
Okay.
You come with us?
Well, I'm kind of working. I said I would help out, so I'm gonna help out over here. But you two have fun.
Well, maybe come by the ship later. We should catch up.
Okay.
You should definitely go say hi to Hades if he's there. Still.
I mean, we tried to get him to come out, but I think he's real busy getting the ship fixed. So maybe you should go to him when you get a chance.
You're muted, Ben, because you've been saying things and I can't hear them.
Oh, no, I'm just mumbling to myself.
I don't like that.
Would Zephania be with you guys, or would Zephania be with Hades?
It's a good question.
Secondhand Zephania here, I would say with Hades.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Trey would be like, well,
The newlyweds.
is Hades by himself, or is he with Zephania?
She's there, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
She'd
maybe I'll
be
catch
happy
him.
to
Maybe I'll
see
catch
you
him
too, I'm
another.
sure.
Oh, maybe I'll catch him another time.
Why? You don't want to see Zephania?
Oh no, I like Zephania. If they're doing their own thing, I don't want to interrupt.
They're working on the ship. I think maybe you could be a better distraction than I was.
Well, I also need a distraction, so I'll just stay here and enjoy the festival. Maybe afterwards I'll stop by.
That sounds like a good idea.
That's fair enough. You're all working. All right, then I guess we'll go
Let's go
see what's cool.
See what's
trinkets
on
there are.
offer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's only 1 piece of armor left that's themed, and it's a breastplate called Naughty or Nice.
Yeah, Deer needs that one.
Oh yeah.
I need to remember how this goes. Anytime you cast Radiant Magic, the opponent cannot be, or Radiant or Necrotic Magic. That's what's. Yeah, okay. Anytime you cast Radiant or Necrotic Magic, whether it's an enchantment or a spell, the opponent cannot be resistant or immune to it. If their alignment is the opposite of yours, you get advantage on them. That is the only armor that's left. Other than that,
You know what type of armor that is?
it's breastplate.
Yeah, is it so medium heavy?
Yeah, medium.
Okay. That knocks that out of the question for me.
There are a couple weapons left. Let me pull up the sheet here. There is the Candy Cane Staff. It's a magical staff for spellcasting. Automatically, by holding this, you get a +2 to all spells, spell attacks, and saving throws. And you get Cold Breath weapon by automatically holding it, as you can use Cold Breath at will. The only other weapon that there is that was taken. There is the Icicle Wand. Anytime you cast a spell that deals cold damage, it does 3 times the value. If an opponent is resistant or immune to it, they take full damage, but not the triple amount. Those are the only weapons that are still available. Other than that, it is knickknacks and trinkets. So,
Is there any
One.
knickknack or trinkets that happen to have cold resistance, perchance? That's the
there's
only
a
thing
couple
I'm
of them.
looking for.
So there is the red. What is it called? The red reindeer nose.
Oh,
Any mounted creature gets immunity to cold damage, and they illuminate light 50 feet around them. There is. Let's see, what other ones give you a resistance to immunity? Sorry, I got 100 different items, so bear with me for a second.
oh, you're good.
Well, if Hades isn't going to come out, I think I'm going to get him this icicle one because I know he's been doing some cold stuff lately. Wouldn't hurt to have a little bit more on that.
That's true.
There is the Heartwind Christmas sweater. This gives you a resistance to cold damage, and you cannot take any. Your speed does not get reduced by any cold. While wearing this, all dexterity saving throws and checks are advantage. Let's see, what else do I have?
Yeah, I just run into the Cacobial battle wearing a fucking Christmas sweater. Let's do that. I'm kind of tempted, though.
And then I have a shield that's called Silent Night. While wielding this shield, as far as on your arm, it can't just be in your possession. You get an immunity to cold damage, and if you are attacked by a spell that is fire, you can reflect the fire back at the attacker. That's the only things I got as far as cold.
That's okay.
These are
Well, I
not
am
made
gonna-
because I made 200 items, and I'm not going to make them all for you
Good
guys just not
lord.
to use them.
Yeah, I am going to pick. I am going to pick up the icicle one for Hades.
Okay. Because that's what he
I will
needs,
pick up-
another staff and a wand.
I'll pick up the sweater. I might just put it in my bag of holding for now, because I feel like it's going to ruin the vibes.
As far as items that seem to be very popular and that there's a lot of, there is a table that has several magical gift boxes. Some of them put as mystery gifts, and some of them the boxes are considered magical themselves. There are 3 specific boxes that are considered magical. One box is called the box of duplication. It is 2 by 2 by 2. Any item that you put in here, even if it has a legendary value, that can fit in this box completely, as long as you have it in there for 1 hour, you can pull it back out and you have 2 of those items. It only has 1 charge per day before it needs a long rest to recharge.
It has to be able to fit in the box?
Has to fit in the box. So 2
So
by 2
nothing
by
bigger
2.
than 2 feet.
This also has
Even
to
magical items.
this object also cannot be a living object. So you cannot shrink someone down to a small size, put them there, and make 2 of them. There is the box of nullification. If you have a cursed item, you can put in this box and remove the curse, leaving only the enchantment left. And there's the box of enchantment. The box itself is 3 by 3 by 3. You put an item in there along with an enchanted property, and after 1 hour they'll come out and they'll fuse into another item with the enchantment placed on the other item. There is a note that says we do not guarantee of what the item will become. Once the item is done, the box itself disappears. Outside of that, there are mystery boxes. All the mystery boxes are 2 by 2 by 2.
I am going to try for a mystery box.
Okay.
Try a mystery box.
Okay, you go for a mystery box. I need you to roll me a d20 for the mystery box.
All right. 18.
Okay, you open it up and you find yourself what looks like it looks like a treat. You pull it out and it looks like a large candy cane. But as you look at it, it looks like it kind of automatically just like bonds to you. Anytime you're holding this, if you take a piece off of it as an action, you automatically heal for 30.
Oh! All right.
I think I'm going to go for the duplicate box.
The duplicate box.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I made it so powerful, it's only 2x2x2, so you got to know that it has to be a very small item you can fit in there.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Otherwise,
2
you guys
feet or
could
2
break the.
inches?
I'm sorry?
2 feet or 2 inches?
2 feet.
Okay, all right. You know, that's. I'm good with that. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
And the sweater. The fucking sweater.
Hey, the sweater can go under the armor.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the plan. I just like, well, people are kind of scared of me here. I don't want to walk around in a big Christmas sweater.
I would say as you guys are kind of like in the event, people are like kind of come up to you and they're kind of like looking at you, and they're occasionally some of them come up to you and kind of give you like the soldier's appreciation. We appreciate everything you're doing and we appreciate what you're gonna do. And some of them give you like pins or trinkets, not magical, but different things
thank
that
you.
show appreciation for what they assume you're going to do, which is heading off the next day to deal with a problem that is of multi-realm consequence.
And the first person that does that, because this is a party, and I figure, oh, this must be some kind of. Were we supposed to? I don't have anything to.
No. This is for you. Just know that myself and my family are going to pray to our God that you will make it and that you will all come back alive, and that dreaded creature will fall at your hands.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who is your god?
That is most of the people here follow two different gods. We have boop boop. Where is my god list? Here we go. They will specifically say Fedona. Fedona is the goddess of Fedona is the goddess of the afterlife. And then the other one specifically is, where is her on here? I gotta really put a space between these. Ayor, god of trade. You do see a lot of them that still believe in Seraphina because of Alazna, but obviously Alazna does not exist anymore, therefore their beliefs have sort of changed. And then some of them do follow a god named Tolgan, but Tolgan is commonly a god that gets followed by blacksmiths.
Oh,
He's the Tolkien god.
so that would be familiar to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure, having
Yep.
spent a lot of time around blacksmiths.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I really hope we can come back and give you a new start.
Are any of these people that come up and give us gifts Shadowfell soldiers by chance?
A couple of them are, but these are... Well, I wouldn't say Shadowfell soldiers. These are Shadowfell civilians that come by and give you guys patron.
Okay.
They give you guys things. You don't really see a soldier from any of the actual groups that come by to give you tokens. It's mostly civilians. I'd say there's a good probably dozen like Shadowfell civilians that come by that don't even know about you, Dahlia. They only know about you. They only know of the events that transpired after they've already been told to come here. They're probably like wives or husbands of soldiers that were forced to come in this direction, so they followed in suit.
Okay. I'll be anonymous then. I just thank them and take their little trinkets and stuff.
Okay.
Anything people are giving me that's wearable, I'm going to find a place to pin on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
You eventually, Dahlia, you do eventually find this little girl that makes you think of yourself as a child, as you do see this purple little tiefling that comes up on you. She must not be any older than 3. She immediately comes up to you. She starts tugging on your dress.
I'll kneel down next to her.
And she immediately gives you like this little floral crown to put on your head. And then she starts running off.
Oh, thank you.
Wow,
It's
sweet.
beautiful. And I'll show it off to Deer and be like, "What do you think it's cute?"
It is. It's real nice.
Oh, so
Wonder
sweet.
if her parents made it or something.
Did I see where she's run off to?
It looks like she's running back off to a lot of the families that are currently not really at the edge of town. It's not like they're being secluded, but just like closer to the part of the town where their camp is.
Okay. I mean, would it be bad if we like re-gifted something that was given to us? I feel bad if he just gives me a crown and leaves.
We don't have anything. I don't want to give away what people gave us, but
Dahlia, give me a persuasion check.
It's natural 20. Hey.
Okay. Throughout some time, as you start looking around, there is one soldier that comes in your direction. As you do see the commander that kind of told you off before. She walks up to you. I believe we got on the wrong foot. I understand that you're a queen now, and you must forgive. I have had the same ruler all my life. My father's had that same ruler, and my father before him. It will take me some time to understand, but there was someone here that told me that I should put my feelings aside and put traditions aside to understand that a new time is coming. And there, how I feel that things can change. And I believe that what she told me is right. As she immediately gets on one knee and just kneels in front of you.
I dip my head in appreciation and I give her a hand to help her back up.
It is a new time. And a lot has happened very quickly. For myself included. But in times like this is when we need to unify the most. And I'm grateful for all of you. And I know that we can do this together and we can make the Shadowfell a stronger place than it's been. And that's something we can all do together.
Just bows. I'm your humble servant.
Well, then my official order will be go enjoy the festival. All of you. Every soldier.
Of course. She immediately bows and she starts heading off and she starts taking them to take shifts to start enjoying the festival.
I look at Deer. Is that okay?
I think it was better than okay. You'll get this figured out.
Don't really know how to queen. And I think everyone knows that.
As you just hear a whisper behind you, I don't know either, as you're able to see Fiona right behind you.
I turn to her and it's like she can read my mind, so I look a little scared for the moment because I was actually literally going to go find her right after this.
I just kind of look at her and say, "Well, I hope you don't have to." Have you
Hope
heard
not.
anything?
No. Only the archmages can tell me is that they assume that they're not dead, but for some reason they cannot reach a signal as far as communication. They assume it's the dome. So we're left to our own rules and orders. And that is why I'm coming to you.
Fierna, I'd like to apologize for the way that we started off.
It is completely my fault. I don't know what it's like to be a queen. I don't know what it's like to rule. All I know it is to be in charge of 5 idiots. And even then, I have a rough time doing that. We both said certain things. I apologize. That being said,
There's a lot.
Go ahead.
There's a lot at stake, and a lot of us got thrown into positions we could have never dreamed that we would be in. And those positions carry a lot of weight. Any decision either of us makes could lead to success or complete failure. There's a lot of pressure involved with that. And I understand that you don't want to be in that position, but people come to you with questions only you can answer, and I just understand. I never meant to question your orders. There's just a lot that we have to figure out so quickly.
Well,
But I understand that that's not anyone's fault in particular. It's just the circumstances.
we both apologized. Perhaps I can mend a little bit. As she pulls out something from her pocket. I technically can't do this in my own power, but no one else is here to stop me. Technically, if you're just a queen from another realm, no offense, you don't have anything to say here. But if you're a council member, you have voice. She puts a pin on your shoulder.
Is this a council member pin?
Same thing they gave me when I became part of the council. As much as I hate the weight of it, you seem like you're someone who's more comfortable with it. Perhaps having you on my side, we can talk on even front instead of us swinging swords at each other. I have a suggestion, if I may.
Yeah.
You have a ship that you love, and a ship you call home. We are making another ship. It's not complete yet, but all the wood is assembled. And my queen's brother is working tirelessly to both help your mage work on your arcane generator, which is something that we could not create on our own. So I offer let's say a 2 birds, 1 stone situation. Valko assures me that the amount of time it takes to build the friendship is an equivalent of time to upgrade your ship. If you would like, instead of creating 2 ships, we could upgrade your ship to hold the amount that the other ship would hold. If you're willing to carry the rest of the soldiers with you.
I look at Dira and I'm like, well, former captain, what do you think?
Wherever's best. Whatever's going to get us there strongest.
You already have arcane implements on your ship that you are currently, from what I'm told, repairing at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Things that we don't have time to make for the friendship itself. The only person that would be upset about this is someone I can deal with myself. But if you feel like you want to save face with her, she's got hats. Wear them. Smile. You can take them off in secret. Now, I apologize about the soldier dilemma. Unfortunately, we can't teleport anyone there. In fact, magic seems very screwy around the dome. It seems why we can't even communicate with Thieves' Revenge. So, I suggest that we pull our effort into your ship, have you sailed off by midday's time tomorrow, myself included, along with my team and the other team. All of us make our way over there to meet up with your brother and Murph and the honor guard. Hopefully, by that time, they'll at least have them held back so we can make our way in. I know only a few things that the Archmage has told me. Is that the dome is indestructible. But it is being held up by what I'm told is 4 sources of energy. Thieves' Revenge went over it against Valeris to take care of 1, and they made their way inside. We can only assume the door closed behind them, so we can't reopen up that door. So, Celica's trying to open up another door. He'll open up for us so we can get inside. With enough luck, it gives us enough time to get all of our teams inside at once, and we deal with Cacopial. I've been told that it is an impossibility for us to get any more than about 5 seconds for the door to be open. If you would like to bring your soldiers along, you absolutely can, but even if we take an option to deconstruct the ship that we have now to make multiple ships, I do not believe that even if we share your ship and make multiple ships, we could carry all of them there. So,
If it's some sort of thing where we can make a distraction for everyone here, then they can stay. Like you said, with magic being disrupted and only so many people being able to make it onto Sorgaria itself, then maybe it is best that we do have a small team. But at least they're here, or somewhere at the ready. And agreed that this is the only stronghold we have left on this realm. It would make sense that she would send people to attack here, and we should have people here.
I
So they can
appreciate your
stay.
understanding. As she really puts out her hand for a shake.
I shake her hand back.
Well then, if you do not mind, I have 4 to 5 annoying companions that are trying to grab my attention. And I only have about a half an hour left of a festival that I have not attended so far. If you would excuse me, I would like to enjoy what's left of it. But enjoy.
Mulled wine tastes great, but you don't seem like much of a wine drinker.
I am
That's
a
my
drinker.
recommendation.
I am a drinker nonetheless. I just have been, let's say, convinced to have harder liquors than what we have here.
Oh. Well, have fun with those harder liquors, and say hello to all your friends for us. I'm sure we will be seeing them shortly.
We will see you tomorrow on your ship.
We should hopefully have a big enough galley meeting room, Lagadira, for everyone.
I think we're fine.
Okay.
We will see you there.
She immediately messages somebody, as you can hear her say, all right, move one to the other. Communicate to Velko and their mage that this is going to happen. We don't want to start building around them and start having them freak out.
Who knows what Hades and Z could be up to right now?
Don't
The
come
answer
in,
is
we're just
nothing.
repairing
It's
the
nothing.
generator! With your pants off? That's how you repair a generator.
Hey, it's hot in there. All that arcane magic.
The code is heavy.
With the last half an hour up until the final bell rings for the event to end, Hades, one of the people with you working on it, the Triton, immediately gets communication. So, Hades, your queen just agreed that we should put all our efforts into your ship, as what we're doing now, but at more scale.
Wait, my who? I don't have a queen.
I thought she was your leader.
Who? Talia?
Yeah,
No.
she's not.
No.
Oh, now I'm very confused. I'm kind of embarrassed now. So she gave us permission to take everything from friendship and take everything from friendship and upgrade your ship.
To do what?
Well, instead of 2 ships, 1 ship.
Do whatever. I don't care. I'm busy. I don't care. Get out of my face.
Of course. My apologies. Just for notice, who is actually in charge of your group? I thought it was, she's the queen and all. So who is in charge?
We don't have. No one is in charge. We're a team. We work together.
Explains some things.
All
All right.
Get out of my shop.
As you start hearing, like, wood starts to be pulled apart, and you can hear some tools and arcane magic as they are trying to actually do more arcane implements to actually fuse the ships together. You start to hear the wood around you start to stretch as the room itself that you're in, as you're repairing the generator, seems to change as you're working in it. It starts to shake a little bit as the more delicate times that you need to focus, as it like starts rumbling right on you and stuff like that. And you need to take a little more time, but you're still confident you can get it done in time.
He's like, motherfucker.
Anything that Dira or Dahlia wants to do before the ending of the night?
Gonna go
Well,
to one of
go ahead.
the folks that are like distributing can I find somebody who's distributing the bracelets?
Okay, yeah, you find someone who's distributing the bracelets. Sure.
I know. I'm sure the tradition is like folks need to be here, but my friend, he's working real hard on the ship, and I couldn't get him to come out.
Okay.
But I just know that I don't know. I feel like I know what he'd pick.
Okay.
Would that be all right?
She just hands one right to you. Yeah, no problem. She just passes you
Thank
another
you.
bracelet.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go back over. Is that armor still there by any chance?
Yeah, I'd say no one would have taken it in that little amount of time.
All right, I'm going to grab that and another surprise box.
Okay. All right, roll me a d20.
All right.
Give me the fun number.
13.
Damn it. Okay. Let's see, 13. All right. 13. You get the box of the festive tree. As you immediately open it up, a small seed immediately enchants itself and immediately sprouts and grows in mere seconds in front of you. Immediately, it is covered by sparkling orbs of light and larger hanging orbs made of pure gold. Throughout this, the tree only lasts for 1 night. It immediately gives everyone bless, along with providing over 1,000 pieces of gold.
Oh, Jesus. Dear, did you open it, or are you gonna go give it to him?
I'm just taking the box.
Okay, fair enough. That's gonna be a fun little surprise if you open it up during the battle, or on the ship.
I'm taking it back as a surprise. I figure one of these will be for Xavinia and one of them will be for Hades, and they can decide which.
Sure. Hopefully, they're not gonna open them up as like a surprise to each other in their small room.
I hate that they missed the whole festival. Do you think it's too late to go and ask them if they want to come be a part of it now?
They seemed real determined, but I mean, maybe they can take a peek. I don't know. But we'll bring it. At least we brought them presents.
What is our last evening together as a team before who knows what happens? We should go spend the rest of the evening with them.
Yeah. I figured we'd be heading back anyway. I just wanted to make sure because I couldn't get him to come out earlier and I didn't want him to go empty-handed.
Oh, there is one thing I need to get.
What's that?
Here, I need your help.
All
I'm gonna
right.
go see if I can find a jeweler
And I will follow her, mystified.
that's open.
Okay. Okay, you find a jewelry shop.
I walk in. I'm gonna immediately go to the rings.
Okay. I'll say because it's Heartwind, most of the rings are gold or they're black.
Dira, help me out. Okay, do you think that Zephania would like a gold ring or a black ring?
Oh gosh.
I think it's for Hades. It's like their wedding, right? She had a thread. We should totally get them a ring.
Yeah. I don't know. Gold?
What does her ring look like? Do you remember?
I probably do not. Can I try?
Sure.
Let me.
Ben, help us out.
Yeah. I'll just do like.
The life model decoy of Hades is not
I will
available.
attempt. I will attempt to tell. I will attempt an intelligence, and we'll see what happens. That's going to be a 7 - 1 for a 6. So I'm trying really, really hard, but I was very flustered during the wedding and did not observe this.
I got a 9. I got a 7 + 2.
Oh no.
Gold is pretty. Anyway, they don't need to necessarily match. They can just I don't
Right,
know.
they're just something for like them, you know? Okay,
Yeah.
let's look at the gold ones. I'll see.
Is there something that looks like fire?
I mean,
one.
There
what
are
we're looking
arcane
for.
rings that would have different elements in them, so you probably find a gold one that looks like it naturally has like a light in it that looks like it actually is constantly moving like an ember through it, but it is still just gold.
Oh, that's nice. That seems like it would suit. I wonder how much that one is.
I see if I can flag down like whoever the shopkeeper would be
Okay.
if they're not busy.
You do find a male dwarf there, actually with like mostly shaved around. Yeah. How can I help you?
How much would this ring be here?
And I point down to that one.
The fire one?
Yeah.
For that lovely piece. Well, if you're looking just to get that by yourself, 1,000 be its starting price.
And what additions would you have for it?
Well, if you want to
Magic
put a
enhancements
stone
or
into
anything?
it, I mean, this is just the band itself.
Ain't that what wedding rings usually are?
Oh, you're looking to get a wedding ring.
For our friends, they recently got married, and well, the circumstances, they didn't have rings prepared, so we wanted to surprise them for the festival.
I see.
We like this one with we like the spark in this one.
Yeah.
It seems to suit.
It is quite unique. It also does have a little bit of a extra kick for any of those that actually cast fire.
That is exactly something that we would really like. So to get, I mean, this is for Hades, right, Dira? Like, it's technically
Right.
like the one that she gives to Hades.
That
So,
what she
like,
did. Yeah, because she did.
should
she
we
did
put like a
the-
gem in it? Do you think you'd want a gem in that?
Doesn't
I don't
typically
know.
call for one, but you know,
I don't know. This ain't my specialty.
I'm nervous.
I mean, I think it would look good on him like this.
Is there any sort of extra enchantments that you could add to it for an increased price?
Well, I mean, there's many things you could do to this. I mean, I could put if you really want me to go full out on it, I could add in a crimson stone to it to amplify the magical properties of it. Possibly put
Is
down
that
an extra
something that
band.
would take time?
I mean, I'm not really doing anything right now. You said the wedding already happened.
And we're going to have to leave in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be an extra charge for you to have it rushed, but theoretically, I could have it done for you by the morning.
How
much
much are
would
we
it-
talking about?
Well, if you want it, I mean, if you just want it the way it is, like I said, 1,000. Extra price if you want any adjustments, the labor itself, to have it done by the morning, 5. And then whatever adjustments you want, I could add an additional band to it. I could put a stone on the head. Probably the
If you
best thing I
left it
could
the-
do would be dual band, stone on the head, and have it done for you by the morning. If you want something like that, I could probably get done for you for 3.
How fast could you do it? Money
Morning's
not
time.
not an issue. Could you do it maybe in the next hour? Or is that a little too much?
4,000.
Deal.
Very well. Is there anything else that you are looking to inquire, or are we just only focus on the gentleman's ring?
That's right.
Oh, he already got her a ring, and she's kind of wearing it, so it's not like I can get any enchantments on that.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Enjoy the festival. Tell you, give me 1 hour. I can have it done.
I give him 4,000 gold, please.
Okay. As he
I'm
asks
good.
you to step outside, as he turns the close sign on the door, locks it up, and then he goes back, and you can start hearing like sparks flying and different enchantments going off to try to fuse several items together.
Well, dear, is there anything you want to do? If you want to go back to the ship, I don't mind waiting for it.
Bell starts dinging for the end of the event.
I guess it's all over anyway. I'll wait with you. I don't want to leave you here by yourself.
You do see in the distance, because a lot of things are open in Heartwind. You do see it is small, but since there's so many lights around the place, that you do see that randomly, through magic, slowly but surely, pieces are getting ripped off one ship and just start to fuse themselves to your ship. And the ship itself is almost kind of like growing like a child in the same process, where instead of it just adding pieces, it's like fusing wood to wood and kind of stretching it out and increasing its size.
I'm just kind of sit and watch that, and my eyes are getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
It's like the highest level of like woodsmiths possible, where magic is included with it.
What have we done?
I'm watching it, and my eyes grow kind of sad, actually, watching it. After a moment, I just say,
What are we gonna do with the ship when everything's finished?
Decide that then, I guess.
You could take it.
What am I gonna do?
You can take it back to Kieran's Gap with you.
Well, I definitely ain't got use for a big old ship there.
I don't know what else we would do with it. I mean, I don't know what Hades and Zephinia's plans would be afterwards. I'd have to go back to the Shadowfell.
I guess. I reckon after it's all said and done, things might look a little different. Maybe we can't decide till then.
After about an hour's time, you hear the door open up. Ah! So you didn't go far? Immediately gives you a small jewelry case. Well,
Thank
hopefully
you.
it is up to your liking. And
I open it and I show it to Dira.
okay,
or
you
Poople.
you
Oh, it's
find a
perfect.
double wrapped gold band that like crosses itself at the top, and it has a crimson stone on top that looks like it also is made out of like an ember of a phoenix.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's perfect, thank you.
You are quite welcome. And if you ever want to make any purchases of me, feel free to bring your coin purse this way. But I must say, I am tired, and I give you
Good night.
luck for tomorrow, and please wish the happy couple a lovely life together. As he closes the door and shuts it and drapes down the drapes.
Well, we've got it.
All right, let's go back. It's getting late.
I gotta make Ben a very, very powerful ring. Just what
Hell
he
yeah.
needs. Another
Just what
enchanted
he
item.
Hey, we need everything we can get.
Facts.
All right, we're gonna head back to the ship. I'm gonna knock on Hades' door. Well, this is a lot. Since you couldn't go out, and I hold out the breastplate and the box, whichever one of you wants, whichever. I ain't quite sure what this one is. It's meant to be a surprise, but this is, and I cannot remember what it does, but I describe it something about cold and heat and whatever. Whoever wants which, I'll let either one of you decide, but I couldn't let you leave empty-handed. Oh! And I pull out the wand and I give it to Hades, and this increases your cold damage, and you've been doing a lot of cold damage lately, so I don't know, you might be running out of hands, but I hope that coat of yours has got a lot of pockets. Anyway,
Just see Hades with this cold staff in one hand, the wand in the other. Ha!
Actually, in my mouth like Zorro.
there you go.
Actually, I have a tail.
One of them in your tail.
Full Nightcrawler. All right.
Go full Nightcrawler. Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say.
And then Misty Step. Bam. All right. Yeah, he's just like, I don't know what's happening out there. Thank
Well,
you,
not
Jared.
much now. It's all done.
It's very nice of you. Z must have went off to grab something to eat or something. I don't know. She'll
Well,
be back,
the
I'm sure.
two of you can decide what's best for who when she comes back.
That's fine.
I guess
I
I'll
think we're almost
wait.
done here.
Oh, good.
This door too.
Make sure you get some rest. I know you don't need to sleep, but get some rest anyway. Your brain needs to slow down sometimes.
Well, between all of us, this is the last time we'll all be
Yeah.
together before everything happens. Should spend some time together.
Joe, how
having
close
that.
am I to finishing this thing?
Like 3 hours.
Okay. He's just like, as much as I would like to, it has to take precedent for tomorrow.
Can I bring you something? A nightcap? Or
Regrettably, as you said, I must keep a clear head in this.
hot
so-
chocolate?
Sure.
I'm going to go get a hot chocolate because I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
It's
And I will bring
kinda-
one. If Aiden is still working, I'll bring him one as well.
Okay. Fair enough.
I just kind of hang back and I just watch Hades work, and I don't say anything, but it is evident I want to.
He's just bouncing around like he's trying to stay hyper focused on this.
Throughout your efforts, after a few hours pass and it goes into morning, but since the nights are getting longer, it's still dark out, roughly about 4, 5 in the morning. The generator is complete and you're able to sync it back up with the ship, even taking into account the new size of the ship. You're able to give some tests, the fins start to work, the arcane generator is fully functioning on the ship itself. You have roughly about 6, 7 hours before the planned date of everyone to assemble on your ship to depart. Anything you want to do before they all arrive?
Looking at you guys.
I think I'm in my study, just like sitting in quiet for a few minutes.
Fair?
Yeah. I'm going to make sure I get some rest because we're going to need it. And pester everyone else to do the same.
Okay.
Staying up all night the night before, this ain't the time. Everybody get some rest.
I see you, Ryan. Just do it.
I do. It's just such a bad time too.
But there's never a good time for anything.
Yeah, you're right. Dolly, after a few hours, Dolly takes a short rest and then she'll go and bring Hades some food, like a soup or something.
Okay.
Just knocks on the door.
It's unlimited salad and breadstick.
Yeah, limited soup, salad, breadsticks. Yes, exactly.
You're in the Shadowfell, your family. Anyway,
I just dump my bag of holding, and it's just all keeps coming out.
Dahlia's first act as queen. I will make Olive Gardens everywhere.
That is the meme, Shadowfell Garden.
right.
I put up a
he's
chain
just-
in Heartwind.
He's like, it's open, and like I'm sitting there just like scribbling away in a notebook at the same time.
I know there's a lot of planning and stuff going into this, but I meant what I said. This is our last hurrah together.
Well, I mean, if you can leave the Shadowfell ever, I suppose we see each other again.
I put the soup down in front of him. I think we both know that's not going to be a thing.
See why not?
Insight check. I want to know if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Oh, he
Or if
is.
you're really just that optimistic.
I mean, he is, but he said you could leave the Shadowfell.
All right. I mean, I can tell you the number, but if you're being truthful, I'm
No,
pretty
that's
sure
what he. If
25
got a
is going
high-
to tell that.
what'd you get? You said 25.
25.
Yeah, you pick up that he literally meant you could leave the Shadowfell.
You know why I can't.
There's nothing saying that the Queen of the Shadowfell is not allowed to leave her domain. Occasion, Deimos did it. Why not?
I'm not talking about me physically leaving. I know that I could physically leave, but I think that
Dahlia, if you want to say something, just spit it out.
you know.
You want to be more specific? I know a lot of things. I know the whole god
No.
power thing that I got.
Exactly.
By the power
You know
of God
exactly
magic.
what's going to happen when everything is said and done. And the
don't-
truth is going to come out eventually.
First of all, I don't know what's going to happen. I know what has happened and what did happen. But I did not need god powers to figure out what actually has happened. I've gotten it from anybody, but I have a pretty strong assumption.
So even though you can't see the future, you know exactly how your wife is going to handle all of this and how everything is going to probably crumble apart.
I mean, I understand what Zephania will probably feel like and think, but I can't for certain say I do know exactly what she'll do. And we are talking about the marriage thing.
When this is all said and done, this team is probably going to fall apart.
I would like to believe that we are still apart right now, but the days progress and time goes. It seems as though we are barely hanging on by.
So I want to take the rest of this time that we do have and savor it, treasure it with everyone.
I also wish we had that time in luxury.
All right.
Del, I feel like you're grasping at something that isn't. I don't even know. I can't sit here and pretend that I'm not a little upset.
Is it just me or is he cutting out kind of towards the end of everything?
Oh, am I?
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Sorry. It's
I'm-
I'm like trying to process
Sorry.
some of it. You're good.
He basically he's like I can't help but say that I'm not a little upset by some things here.
I know.
Do
And I
you?
expect that. Yeah, I do. And if you want to be mad, I understand. And if you want to talk about it, I also understand. And if you want to not address it and pretend it never happened until we figure this shit out and then all hell breaks loose and everything falls apart and at the same time, then that's fine too.
Delia,
All
I
I'm
am
saying,
I am not the one that you need to.
I don't think apologies are going to fix this.
Correct in that.
Can't sit there and say that they shouldn't.
Delia,
And
I
that's
cannot
where-
speak for Dira. I cannot speak for Sophinia or anybody in particular. Hell, even I can't speak for Ren. If I knew what they would say or where they were. All I can say is that personally, I am not upset or mad that you are making decisions on your own. I hope that you spent a reasonable amount of time making those decisions, weighing a good amount of time to make those decisions, to perhaps reach out to counsel that you have selected carefully, more or less, with those decisions as to why you did what you did. I am more upset with the fact that it feels as though you don't think you can trust your friends, the people who care about you, to try to help you make some decisions, to at least be an ear or a counsel, be somebody that you lean on, that you've leaned on for years, for so many big decisions.
I asked you to be council members.
Just, you know what I mean.
And maybe the reason I didn't is because I knew the answer I would get. Things
realize that-
happened. Push came to
realize-
shove. I had to make decisions a lot faster than I ever intended to. And I would expect Dira to understand, and I would expect you to understand. I don't expect Sophinia to understand. She's too blinded by her emotions and dealing with whatever baggage she has from all of that. There was no answer I would have gotten from her.
Probably right, there's not. But that's not at all the point that I tried. Just me, here, personally saying that I'm a bit hurt. That even though you know I don't necessarily agree with the decision that you made, or that you would even brought it, not have agreed with it, it's that fact that you felt you couldn't comment.
I'm not going to put you in a position, Hades, where you have to lie to your now wife.
Well, I believe we're
take
beyond
that
that at this
blame.
point.
Well, my goal was to try to prevent that from happening. You finding out on your own, I couldn't have really stopped that, could I?
No, you couldn't. But I hold to what I said. Now, at my wedding, that I am not even angry, just disappointed that you felt you couldn't come to me. But that doesn't change how I feel about you. Our relationship will be strained, I'm sure, but it'll take some time.
I wish we could have spent one more night together as all friends. That's all.
Wants and wishes aside, regrettably, we're not there anymore. All of us, that is.
What was that last part?
Oh, I said all of us, that is. it might not be the best thing to do, but you may have to confront Zephinia and let her know, because as it stands, as you put it, it might not be the best to have this come out during the fight.
I think having this come out before the fight would be a lot more disastrous than during or after.
I mean, if
plan on
after is
telling her.
possible, I would agree with that.
Well, my plan was after.
But you said you were concerned that it could come out during.
I don't know what Cacopial knows. She likes playing mind games, I know that much. But telling Zephinia before the fight is not going to make it good for anybody.
Well, I'm afraid it would be even worse during the fight.
Would it?
Well, I mean, she's either going to be pissed or pissed and distracted, which we need her focused.
And if she's pissed and I tell her Cacopial's lying, then she takes it all on her.
If she believes that,
Who's she going to believe? Crazy bitch god or her best friend?
I mean, if you want my honest answer right now, I don't really know. Because with the way that things have been, I don't know if she'd believe you or not.
And you think honesty right before is not going to be a distraction whatsoever?
I don't have a really good answer for that.
We need to be a team. At least for this one last fight.
I would agree. But I don't know. As much as I know a lot of things now, probably more than I need to, when it comes to people, I don't know how they're necessarily going to take it or respond, or what they're going to do, other than not knowing what's going to happen. It's a decision that you need to make.
Then I guess we'll just have to see.
I guess so.
Dahlia goes to the door and pauses before she leaves. Then just so you know, I am sorry I lied. I'm sorry that it hurts you all.
Well, for what it's worth, apology accepted. Again, it was never the lie. Just never, it was the fact that you didn't think you could talk to me.
She'll just nod and leave. And go eat her endless soup, salad, and breadsticks. And somberness. God, that sounds so fucking good right now, though. I want some breadsticks. I think DoorDash
Just
is
like
open.
great
You
first
had to
godly
bring it
advice,
up.
you
Now we all
idiot.
want breadsticks.
I'm sorry, they're just garlicky and buttery, and it sounds so good right
You're
now.
not helping.
Oh shit!
You know, it's even
Sorry.
better.
Alright.
We actually found garlic butter at the store during Thanksgiving. It was great. Actually, really good.
But did you make breadsticks with it though?
No, we coated the inside of the turkey with it,
Ooh.
like under the skin. Anyway, sorry. All right.
Take it away, Joe.
Okay. So, as time progresses, morning comes. You start noticing some people start to arrive on the ship. Some of them are more
Okay.
crew hands to make sure that a ship of this caliber is fully manned, as you only had a crew of 20 with yourselves included left. Now, these aren't people that are going to be fighting for you. These are people that are just going to help man the ship along with Arthur and the rest of the crew we already had. Added to that, there is some other soldiers that come on that some of you have already met, or technically all of you met. You do see a team that took out the generator that's holding up the island itself. You see a changeling. You see a little goblin that looks just like Mixus, has the same energy, but somehow there's another one running around. You see an Aarakocra.
We met this goblin, didn't we? Didn't they help Dahlia find us?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You see them all come onto the ship first. Looking a little confused. As you start looking around. Who's the captain? That'd be me. Yes, just find yourself a room. This is all happening very quickly. If you need to find the rest of the team, they're probably scattered down in the lower decks somewhere. But feel free to make yourself comfortable. We're still waiting for some others to join. He starts to hear them kind of spread out amongst the ship itself. After about another hour, as it starts... Oh,
Oh,
Hey.
there she
We
is.
have a Z. We have a Z.
Hey, she's the dungeon master now. Oh.
after about another hour, the ship starts getting full with another group that joins. The group that you already were aware of, that you're more familiar with, as you start seeing Fiona that you already discussed with the previous night, along with them all wearing large hats, all starting to come upon the ship, along with immediately a fast-paced little Alandrin immediately come in with like a box full of hats. As she starts running around, she starts passing them to everybody. A big, large hat for Arthur, and then she immediately starts running around to try to find everyone. I hate to do this because she just jumped in.
I know. I just wanted to be part of the group for our last time.
Would it be possible to backtrack a couple hours or so just to do some, just so me and Dira could give Zephinia things?
Sure.
Dira, do you want to go first?
I mean, she was there when I said we've got the box and the armor. You two can figure out. I don't know, and I explained what. Let's see, the armor. I mean, this here, I did not write down what the breastplate does. It's something to do with ice and fire. And then this, I don't know. They said careful where you open it, but I don't know. It's a surprise. That's all I know. But to you, anyway, I want to make sure.
Oh no.
I'm gonna just.
She's gonna peek in it.
Which one are you picking in?
The surprise box, the tree box.
She's like, careful where you open it. So I just wanted to.
You start peeking into it, and the box starts kind of getting a little shaky on you.
What? Why is it moving?
I don't know. It's a surprise.
Okay, you close
Is it supposed to?
You close it, and it stops shaking, but it looks like there's some spots where it looks like whatever's inside kind of expanded a little bit. So some of like the now flat walls of the box is kind of like stretched out a little bit in little bubbles.
I'm.
Take it on the deck! Take it on the deck!
What did you bring us?
I don't think it's anything bad.
You don't think? What is it?
It's a surprise. That's all I know.
So not concerning at all.
I'm picking it up out on the deck and pop it in with a stick.
You're
And
gonna
Or
it,
the edge
and it
of the
immediately
board.
sprouts into a tree with sparkling orbs and golden balls and 1,000 gold pieces, and we all feel like we're just a little bit luckier because it gives everyone bless, which lasts
We're
8
hashtag
hours.
blessed.
So we're gonna sleep for it, sleep through it. But,
Hey, Dira,
yeah,
gift you give me? Let's do it in a big open space, not the room.
I didn't know.
But thank you. It's lovely.
All right. And then there's and I do not remember what the breastplate does, Joe. So I explained that to them,
Okay.
and y'all can decide between you who's got better use for it.
I'll make them all for when we do the next session in X amount of time, and then you guys can pick.
Oh, Zephinia, well, it's kind of for Hades too. Deer and I actually put this together for you guys.
Mostly her.
Wanted you to have this. Well, you helped.
I help. It was your idea. It was your thing.
And I hand her the jewelry box.
I'm gonna kind of give you a really weird look and open it.
Is this one also going to explode things out?
No. We know what's in this one. And
I'm gonna
inside
look at it and just start crying and look over at Hades and pull out the ring and put it on his finger.
It's too small. It doesn't fit. No, okay.
And I'll turn to Dira and Dahlia and just pull them both into a huge hug. I can't even express what this means to me. And I know we've had troubling times lately, but thank you guys. Thank you so much.
I give her a very tight hug and I hold on for a while. Just, I love you, Zephinia. Happy wedding.
And the happy solstice, I guess.
And solstice.
And Solstice.
Come here, you! And I reach out to Hades.
Oh.
Pull him in.
Group hug.
We're going to do this thing tomorrow. We're going to live. We're going to be together. And we're going to find a way forward. You hear me?
There's no way Copiel's gonna keep us apart. There's no way any of us are going to fall.
We do what we do.
And we've got
And
each
see
other's
what
back.
happens. And then see what happens.
So see what happens in the future. Kind of look over at Dahlia.
I don't look at him. And I don't say anything.
Completely goes over his
Every- I just hug everyone very tight, like it's the last time I will.
I squeeze back, and then I am going to make sure to get that rest. And I do the as I said earlier, the admonishment. Everybody should get some rest, and then I go and do that. And then that is before people start arriving, obviously in the morning.
Okay.
That's when I would go take my short rest.
I feel like at this point, Hades, like if he just accidentally took off his coat, he'd merely die from exhaustion from how much his coat is.
He actually just withers to nothing because he hasn't eaten in like 6 years.
I brought you endless soup, salad, and breadsticks. Come on, eat some of it. Don't let it go cold again. It got moldy last time.
Like that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where the guy's face just like
No!
Oh. No.
That's
Before
how
the fight.
that's how Hades eventually dies. He accidentally takes off his coat.
And then I put it on. And I am the new coat bearer now.
Sir, can I have your jacket? Oh, sure, I got.
Woody's corpse. Take his coat.
All right.
Oh my
So
god.
with now everybody pouring onto the ship, we now have everyone in one spot. Arthur immediately. All right. All hands. Immediately opens up the sails, or check an arcane generator as they start leaving the harbor. And they immediately starts heading for what is essentially a 1 day's trip to Solgaria, or what was Solgaria. But the trip itself we're going to break down into other sessions. So we'll do that another time. We'll end there. Unfortunately, we could not get a lot of Zephinia in this one, but that's all right.
A little bit.
Yeah, but Hades is gonna get a lot of Hades in Zephinia. I had to. Sorry,
So
adopted
we
it
will
there.
post in
They've only got one more
socials
night.
the dates of the next 3 sessions, ones that are the digital ones we're crossing over, and then the IRL session. But they will all be in January. So we'll not have any more D&D for the rest of 2024. We might still stream maybe some Dead by Daylight or something like that. But if we don't, everybody have happy holidays, have a happy new year, and we all hope that your new year is great. So everybody have a fantastic night. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Kiss someone under the mistletoes.